Try hard not to cheat on my bitch.
Rasta, can you hit this?
Try hard not to beat on my bitch. Try hard not to break her phone. Tried hard not to send her home. Tried hard not to text these bitches. So solar that I need my distance. So Isabel that I'm committed. Finesse and never let me hit it. All I wanna do is slap her nigga every time that she yells. But I won't let her be my downfall. No, I'm not trying to go to jail. Pay for the pussy through Zelle. Pray my side bitch, don't tell. Pray my side bitch, don't snitch. I'm not trying to cheat on my bitch. I'm not trying to be unfaithful. But sometimes my bitch is ungrateful. My bitch really loves to yell at me. I'm just trying to make her happy. I'm just trying to make her smile. But she treats me like I'm her child. So I guess that means she's a pedophile. So I guess that means that she likes children. She be treating me like I'm a villain. I'm a nigga but I got feelings. I'm a nigga but my sperm is white. Fuck her out and leave it in her eye. Broke her heart, now the bitch cries. Cheated on her, it was out of spite. The ex-bitch says he's trying to slide. She sucked my dick but it ain't feel right. Probably cause my bitch is at home. She wonder why I got two phones. Two phones and they full of whores. Text the bitch every time I'm bored. Text the bitch every time she yell at me. Text the bitch every time she mad at me. Getting bitches is in my anatomy. Abigail trying to suck it out of me. Trick on bitches, I just picture salary. She wanna play games. She's driving me insane. She's leaving a spit chain. She's giving me good brain. But she doesn't care, she want me to cry. Ran on my bands and put on my mans. They hate on me cause of my size. Try hard not to cheat on my bitch. Try hard not to cheat on my bitch. Try really hard not to cheat on my bitch. Trying even harder not to beat on my bitch. But it's so hard not to beat on my bitch. And it's even harder not to cheat on my bitch. Will I go to hell if I cheat on my bitch? Will I go to hell if I beat on my bitch? And even though she be making me sick, I still never plan on leaving my bitch. But sometimes I might cheat on my bitch. Sometimes I might cheat on my bitch. But that doesn't mean that I'm leaving my bitch. Got her tattoo, so I'm stuck with my bitch. Got her tattoo, cause I'm in love with my bitch. Try hard not to cheat on my bitch. Try hard not to beat on my bitch. Try hard not to break her phone. Tried hard not to send her home. Tried hard not to text these bitches. So solar that I need my distance. So Isabel that I'm committed. Finesse and never let me hit it. All I wanna do is slap her nigga every time that she yells. But I won't let her be my downfall. No, I'm not trying to go to jail. Pay for the pussy through Zelle. Pray my side bitch, don't tell. Pray my side bitch, don't snitch. I'm not trying to cheat on my bitch. I'm not trying to be unfaithful. But sometimes my bitch is ungrateful.
Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka. Kaboom, kabloom, kaboom. Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka. Yeah, I think about it every time I hit the hookah. Kaboom, kabloom, kaboom. I was in my room trying to teach my little sister. Then I heard a boom and it sounded like a missile. Who that is, what that was, oh that granny, she does. What the fuck they hit her with, what the hell they hit her with, a freaking Bazooka bitch. Every time I close my eyes I'm drawing pictures of that blitz. Every time I close my eyes I'm thinking about how they did you quick. Granny, I'm sorry but I'm gonna have to go ahead and forgive and forget. I don't know what you want me to do. You gon' slide, you gon' lose your whole crew. Homicide when I think about you. If you was our nigga, what would you do? Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka. Yeah, I think about it every time I hit the hookah. kaboom, kablow, kaboom.
Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka.
Yeah, I think about it every time I hit the hookah.
Kaboom, kablow, kaboom.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Got done watching all of my little sporting events because for some reason they were all today. Kind of thought I was going to get on a lot sooner, but then I realized my basketball was today and then fucking esports was also today. So I had to get through all that first. But I'm here. We got a lot to talk about. I skipped over it yesterday because you guys weren't all here. I don't think everybody was here yesterday. We got a lot to talk about, man. There's like four different things to cover. And I mean, some of them are just silly and small, but I still want to cover them. Because it's interesting. We'll start with these Falgi messages because I really do think this is funny as fuck. This is just going to be a funny read. Like, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Hi, Koopla. Hi, Fox. Hi, Mira. Hi, Ben. Hi, Captain C. Hi. Hi, everybody. It's been a while since I've done a weekend stream, by the way. It's been a while. I would love to do, like, at least a few weekend streams once in a while. Those are always the good, you know, they're always the fun ones. That's when everybody's available. That's when everybody wants to be on. But let's just dive in. Let's just get into it. Is Falgi, the op block, doing competitive sexting? Leaked DMs showcase him copy and pasting long, intricate sex scenario roleplay almost 3 years apart. Have you been sent this same seductively coded penetration imagination? If so, contact me, Mrao, or associates post haste. All right, let's give this a nice little read. Let's give this one a nice little read here. So we have Rena B saying, I have work in like 5 hours. I stayed up for this. Go. Good night, sexy. Oh, interesting. Gotcha. Good night, sexy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Good night, sexy. Thought I'd write you something fun to wake up to. Face down, a gag in your mouth, and coarse ropes binding your wrists and ankles, keeping you in place. Every lash of my tongue is getting faster and faster. You begin panting heavily, nervous. You're... Okay. Your breasts have heaving and excitement. Feeling my fingers probe you. Your hands pulled down instinctively. The ropes were too strong, and you couldn't move as you were being played with, no matter how fast or deep they went. Hi, Gamma. You began to breathe heavily as I placed my hands down next to your head. Something poked against. Ah. I can't read it. I can't read that. I can't. That's no. Without warning, Whoa! I'm reading further and it's... I can't read it. This dude should have stayed in Wattpad. Oh, I'm John. Oh my god. I don't even know if this is allowed. Can I even... Okay, something poked against your... we'll replace it with something poked against your leg. Without warning, I thrust in and you gasp in pleasure around the gag. My thick... arm. No, that doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to say to this. Commit. Fuck it. Something poked against your pussy. Without warning, I thrust in, and you gasp in pleasure around the gag. My thick cock so deep inside that you thought you'd scream. That you thought you'd scream? Trying to control your moans as you're used like a sex doll. I think this one continues. Pounding and grabbing onto your hair for leverage. For hours yourself getting fucked over and over, dripping with oh, fuck. Oh my god. This guy can't be a real person. For hours yourself getting fucked over and over, dripping with cum. You come over and over again, screaming into your gag, loving the feeling of getting plowed. And when it's all done and the dust is settled, the ropes had left red marks around your wrist and ankles. They bear the mark of what has been done. Is it getting hot in here or is it just me?
Dude is throwing it back on the bomb.
50 Shades of Grey had more class.
Thank you for the 2 Canadian captaincy. 50 Shades of Grey had more class. True. God. Holy moly, man. This is a tough read. I actually hadn't read them yet until now. I saved it. I knew that it was some sort of like sexting thing. Obviously from the Mrao tweet. But I was like, oh, I'm going to save it for stream. I'm going to read it when I get to stream. God. This was sent to Rena, man. Rena is a victim. Rena is a goddamn victim, man. If I see Rena next, we need to give her just a round of applause for at least putting up with this. Because this is scary. Plagiarism? Well, it seems to me like Falgi just like, oh my god, this was made in 2023. This guy has it, dude, Falgi has this copy and pasted in like his notepad. Ready for the next E-woman that he's about to sext. What the fuck? Dude, this is... Oh my god, bro. This is like actually so devastating. This is an interesting read. Like, this is something. Did he even ask consent? Well, this one he just said, and then something was said by Ahuva. And he just immediately puts this entire thing down. Then Rena says, I have work in like 5 hours. I stayed up for this. I mean, Rena just got caught off guard. I mean, this guy sent it in the middle of the night. You know damn well, good night, sexy. This guy jerked off to Rena B. This guy, this Falgi guy, in the middle of the night, was jerking his cock off to Rena B. He was fucking coming to Rena B. Like, I feel so bad for Rena now. Like, I'm actually just like, this is insane. Poor Rena. Poor fucking Rena, man. Rena probably woke up to this message knowing full well what this guy did to himself that night. Knowing full well what he did to himself. And you know what? Either Rena was in shock or maybe she liked it. I don't know. I mean, hey, I don't know. I hope it's not the latter. I hope it's I hope not. Gotta admit, it's impressive that he typed all of this with one hand while the other was occupied. Hey, Quicks, I'm gonna be honest, man. This was 3 years after. He didn't even type this. One hand on his cock. One hand scanning over the fucking... He did a quick, like, tactical control V. He did a tactical control V on his... It's gotta be on his notepad. On the computer. So while it's on there, he had to do a tactical switch up, quick control V. He's got it like this. Watch. So it's like this. He went like this with his mouse. Quick control V. Or he could have just done the simple boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like that could have been what happened. One hand, control V, control C. It can reach if he's got big hands. If he's got long fingers, he can maybe reach across, you know, the control to the V. Control V, control C. It's possible. It's very possible that he didn't let go. This is unbelievably Sorry, Astro John. It's possible. It's definitely possible. But that was a read. That was definitely a way to start it. I maybe shouldn't have started it with that. That's a bit crazy. That's a crazy start. Because we're going to get to the next stuff, and it's not going to be nearly as extreme as this. I was not expecting such a strong start from Falgi. I was not expecting it. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Because next we'll cover the David news. I'll use the Gamma video just so we can give Gamma an extra like and an extra view. Because I don't think it really matters where I get this information from. But let's see. I haven't actually seen anything about the David stuff other than he's been arrested. I don't know the details of it. So I'm very intrigued by this David stuff.
About 6 or 7 months ago.
Oh my god, he said 6-7!
There was this case that instantly went viral, mainly because it involved a dead body in the trunk of a Tesla, with that Tesla belonging to a famous singer known as David. Initially, this story sparked a lot of outrage, a lot of conspiracy, a lot of theory, because people were quick to refuse that perhaps this individual had anything to do with the murder, and honestly, that's completely fair, because for all we know, this could have been a planted body, it could have been perhaps an accident, it could have been something else aside from just a homicide. However, as details kept coming out and updates kept coming out throughout the year, people became less and less
I thought maybe he was going to get away with it. I thought maybe David was going to get away with it because there was a time where the police were like, nah, he's not even a suspect, which I thought was insane. I thought that it was insane that he could have gotten away with it. Because when we thought about the situation a little bit, and when we looked through it, the chances of it being like a murder was definitely slimming down. The chances that it could have been not a murder, but more of an accidental death was a possibility. But the fact that it was stuffed in the back of a car is definitely something.
Confident that this person was innocent. So to catch you up, I want to say that it all really began with identifying the victim, who was then discovered to be Celeste.
Keep in mind, I don't think it even really the reality of the situation is it doesn't even matter. She's a minor and he's an adult. She's like, how old was she again? 13, 14? She was like 13, 14. He's like in his 20. I think he was like 20 something, or he's like 20 or 19 or something. Like, regardless of the fact if this is like a murder, the guy literally had a minor living with him. She left home to live with this guy, which is already in itself extremely evil. But not to mention, now she's dead in the back of his Tesla. He's too high profile to escape. Leaving him on the back burner while they build a case isn't too surprising. That makes sense, I guess. It's just because when we look into it a little bit more, it's like, okay, there's a chance that this wasn't a murder. Like, it's possible that it was like a drug overdose. Because I think they found, what was it again? I think they found like a certain drug in her system, which is possible. Maybe she overdosed on something and they didn't know what to do with the body, kind of thing. Because, like, obviously, like, you can't go to the police and be like, hey, you know this girl that's been missing? She's actually dead inside my house after taking copious amounts of drugs. Like, you can't do that. So you kind of have to just hide the body. I guess he claimed his Tesla was stolen. Yeah, it's just, that's unlikely. Hi, Bacon. Hi, Chris. I believe that was the story. I could be wrong. It's been, like he said, it's been a while. This story was brought up like last year. So I could be wrong about the whole story and what happened to her and what they found in her and all that stuff, like the inner system and whatnot. But I mean, the likelihood of it being a murder definitely slimmed down a little bit. But I just, at the end of the day, I don't think it really ultimately matters. I still think that he could get charged with something else. Obviously, he was in a relationship with the minor, and he was obviously, there was definitely something going on. And the fact that she's dead in the back of his Tesla is just already, a big thing. Gamba. Marcus, can I call in? Of course, Chris, whenever you want.
Rivas, a young girl who's been reported missing multiple times from as young as 13 years of age, who happened to potentially either be 14 or maybe even 15 at the time of her passing. After her identity was revealed initially, people were quick to tie old missing posters together to her identity, speculating whether this was the same person or not, and it eventually was revealed that it in fact was.
Chris giving me the nice little call. Hey, Chris. Oh, it's taking a minute. Oh, there we go. Hey, Chris. It's been a while. He said 1 sec, chat. He said 1 sec. He's probably getting his mic ready. What the hell is that profile picture? It's SpongeBob.
Hello.
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
It's
So
been a while, man.
Yeah. I went to the store today, and I've been collecting like video game consoles and stuff, and I've been looking for one in particular. It's called the PlayStation 3 original. It's like backwards compatible and stuff, but they're very rare and hard to come by. Whenever they sell for like a lot of money and stuff. But I bought it. It was like $80 at the pawn shop because obviously they don't know what they're selling, right? So I'm like kicking my feet in the car, getting ready to go home and play this thing. But I noticed it has like stickers and shit on it, so I'm like, oh fuck, it's like covered head to toe in like stickers.
Oh.
So I get home and I'm starting to like peel them off with the razor, but it's like leaving scratch marks. So I'm like, fuck. So I get this thing like disassembled, and I'm like, oh wait, I've heard that WD-40 like helps like removing sticker residue. So I got the brilliant idea to get a can of it and just stab a hole in it and dump it in a bag with the pieces of the console. And the bag obviously wasn't sealed very much there, so there's a WD-40 like everywhere. So my room's very oily, my hands are very oily, my body's very oily, and I decided to wash off the like the plastic bits in the shower. I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and get these clean real quick. So I wash it off, and then the console just starts like it starts like showing like this grayish plastic, and I'm like, oh, it's stripping the paint. That's just awesome. And I washed it off, and the console's a little messed up now, but I put it all back together after drying it off, and I plug it into my Elgato because I'm like, hell yeah, man, I'm gonna play this on my computer. And it's just not working. It's just a black screen. And I'm like, oh. So then I'm looking up like solutions online. I plug it into my TV, it's working. And all that to say that it's an option on my PS3 called HDCP. I had to turn it off. And that was very alarming. I thought I would have told you. I thought I should tell you about that because I think it's really concerning that we have an option called HDCP on PlayStation, the PlayStation family consoles. And why was it turned on by default? I don't know. I didn't do it. If anybody asks, I didn't do it.
Damn.
But yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry that you had to go through all that.
It's okay, Marcus. Well, I'm getting really annoyed listening to you now, so bye.
Bye, Chris. HDCP. That's pretty alarming. I can't lie. That's a little alarming. Very interesting. Hi, Jimbo, by the way. Hi, Jimbo. This is the infamous Chris. Hi, Jimbo. Hi, Raven. Raven, Marcus kills. Marcus is evil. You can get a swift ban if you'd like. Freak. Fuck you.
Fans then started investigating David's original Discord, where people started putting together some
Chris got oiled up to watch HDCP, and we just allowed it to happen. Listen, man. That's PS3's problem.
very interesting connections of this.
I love gore. I just read, that's the first thing I read from David. I love gore. Gore over porn. I used to be addicted to watching gore vids. I love gore. My parents are so fucking annoying. They won't let me go see you perform. Don't worry, I'll fix it. Ooh.
Not only mentioned within the Discord, but also some other disturbing messages by
I'm assuming HDCP means like high definition something else, not CP. If it's for the PS3, I imagine it means something else, but I don't know what the CP could stand for. I really don't.
David himself, as well as Celeste also being present in that Discord. It didn't stop
Hi,
there,
David.
though, because
Bark.
people went even further and discovered that Celeste was actually present in some of David's old lines.
Oh, high bandwidth digital content protection on PS3 is a security measure designed to prevent unauthorized copying of digital video content. Unfortunately, the PS3 does not have an option to disable HDCP, which can complicate capturing game footage or using certain HDMI devices. Ah, I see. Well, fuck. Rip Chris. Unfortunate. Spent $80 on a fucking PS3 that had stickers all over it. Got oiled up to clean it all off, and he can't even do shit with it because of HDCP.
Live streams from his time as a streamer. So in 2 weeks' time, the story evolved very quickly from perhaps David was being set up by another person who was using his car and committed a crime to, no, there is a connection here. The connection is undeniable. This Celeste person might have been involved with David. Perhaps David is the reason why Celeste ran away from home, and blah, 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 blah. But those are theories at this point that are yet to be confirmed. However, I do want to say that as of today, rather as of like 5 hours.
I mean, the likelihood that Celeste was like left her home because of him is pretty high, because she was, if I'm not mistaken, again, she's in his fucking car. She was living in one of his homes or something, I think. It's very apparent that at least like it's connected to him in some way. I hate HDCP, actually. That makes sense. I surely hope so.
There has been some updates about this case. So this right here is a live article into the David investigation.
David arrested in the slaying of Celeste Rivas Hernandez, who was found decomposing in the singer's Tesla. At home in Hollywood Hills, unsealed court filings revealed the harrowing forensic details of the dismembered remains. Oh yeah, she was fucking dismembered as well. Found in the singer's abandoned vehicle.
By the Los Angeles Times. As you can see, the article reads, David arrested in the slaying of Celeste Rivas Hernandez, who was found decomposing in the singer's Tesla. Now, right off the bat, I do want to say that some of these articles are going to be somewhat exaggerated or misleading. Even though David has been arrested, there is still no...
Yeah, I was going to say that they're going to definitely... These articles are definitely going to over-exaggerate it. I can't remember if she was cut up or not. It's been a while. I cannot remember the entirety of it, of what they found. I just can't remember. On the day of her 15th birthday. Yeah, it was on the day of her 15th birthday is when she was found.
Definitive evidence that he was involved in killing this girl.
She was, okay.
Yeah. Reading further into this article, we can see here that the singer was arrested Thursday.
God damn it, Gamma. Put some more enthusiasm, man. Singer David was arrested Thursday on suspicion of murder in the death of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, whose decomposing body was found in his Tesla. The singer's attorneys said the evidence will show he did not murder Hernandez and that they intended to vigorously defend his innocence. Hernandez was reported missing from the Inland Empire in 2024 and discovered at the Hollywood Tow Yard in September 2025. Singer David was arrested Thursday on suspicion of murder in the connection with the case of a missing teenage girl whose decomposing body was discovered inside his Tesla in Hollywood. David Anthony Burke, 21, was taken into custody shortly after 4:30 p.m. in Hollywood, said Los Angeles Police Department Captain Scott Williams. It is not clear what specific evidence led authorities to arrest Burke. Happy birthday! Surprise, you're dead. Gamma should use the news broadcaster voice. He should.
Which would have been a couple hours ago at this time. The singer's attorney said that the evidence will show he did not murder Hernandez and that they intend to vigorously...
See again, this is the problem I have with this, is that the singer's attorney said that the evidence will show he did not murder Hernandez. That's awesome. That's great. He may have not murdered her. It's like I said, the case could be as simple as she overdosed on a drug and she died in his home. Because if I'm not mistaken, again, it's been a while since we looked into this, but if I'm not mistaken, she was like wasn't eating properly, or she was pretty malnourished, or at least that was like some of the signs, I think, from the autopsy. I can't remember specifically, but I think that was partially some possible theory from some people, because I think they said that she looked like she was like malnourished. And it's a possibility that maybe she died from like drugs or like some overdose of something, and then the people in the home were probably like, oh fuck, how do we cover this up? Because like we can't, because like I said, either someone killed her or it's an accidental death, and they're like, how the fuck do we cover, how do we can't go to the police and be like, hey, this 14-year-old girl in my house is dead. Like, obviously you can't do that, you're gonna get arrested. So that's one thing. Like, it's just there's no way to put it. David is cooked. If I remember right, the autopsy showed that she was frozen before being put in the back of the trunk. Yeah, something like she was something on that line. Like I said, I'd have to look deeper into it again because I haven't kept up too much with it, because the last time I remember the David stuff was that they said he wasn't a suspect, and I was literally like, okay, dude, that's insane. But no matter what way you put it, he's really cooked, because if he didn't kill her, okay, why are you connected to a 14-year-old girl that's in your house to begin with when you're 21, and she's showing up in your streams and videos and whatnot, and she's like obviously like cozying up to you? Like, okay, so you're a fucking pedophile at the very least, which is crazy. At the very least, you're a pedo. Like, that's rough.
Defend his innocence, so I would assume that they probably have a really good defense of this guy, if that's what they're claiming so far. A lot of people may be scratching their heads right now, wondering, well, why isn't this guy in jail already? Why isn't this guy, like, already charged for this crime? Well, obviously, he can't be charged just yet, because there is still a possibility that perhaps he actually is not guilty for this crime, regardless of the implications. So, to be very clear, while David has been arrested, he has not been charged, although I do find it strange that he is currently being held without bail as you continue reading this article. Also, it appears as if there are more details to what was actually found inside the car, at least from last time I covered the situation. So, it seems here that they are actually divulging more information about what they actually saw when they opened the trunk of this vehicle. After opening the front storage compartment of the car, investigators found a black cadaver bag covered with insects and a strong odor of decay. The fact that they're using black cadaver bag, in my opinion, is kind of telling, because it suggests that perhaps what they were looking at was actually a body bag and not just like a makeshift bag that they decided to shove this person into. As we continue here, we also read they...
Yeah. Like something of like a body bag. It's like something like a body bag. That definitely feels very... Gamma should drive a pixelated Tesla. They should get him on a pixelated Tesla. That's what he should do. They removed the bag from the car and discovered that the arms and legs were severed from the body. Yeah. They found... Jesus, the arms and the legs? So she was just like... That's so gross, man. So she was just a torso? Ugh. Okay, man. Were severed from the body. They found a second black bag underneath the cadaver bag, which contained more dismembered... Oh, my goodness. That is something. That definitely adds more to it. That definitely adds more to it. Man. Because, see, I don't know what reason you would have to cut. See, if this was like, just like oh, it's an accidental death. What reason would you even have to cut off limbs? Regardless if he murdered her, he should be charged with accessory. She wouldn't have been in the situation if not for him essentially kidnapping her. No, exactly. Like, if this was like a manager of some sorts, because if I'm not mistaken, the story that I think David's side was telling or something is that he wasn't even in the home at the time of her death. So if this was somehow somebody else's fault, like if this somehow ended up being, you know, fucking a manager or some sorts, maybe like a friend or something, somebody else's fault. I don't know. Because, like, if I just find it, the coincidence of her being in a Tesla and just the coincidence of someone stole my car is like, okay, well, did they steal the girl with it? Like, what the fuck? Like, they stole your car and the girl and they just decided to cut her up and kill her and put her in the back of the Tesla? Like, come on, man. I will say that the songs, I know back when we were listening to the songs and a lot of his songs mention, like, I killed her and cut her up type of shit. Like his songs literally say shit like that. And then he has girls in the music video that look eerily similar to her. I know that a lot of people are going to probably be like, oh, don't use that. That's not a good example of anything. It doesn't mean anything, but I don't know. It makes him, whether you think it's good evidence or not, I think it does like paint maybe some level of a picture, or it does make him look really fucking bad when he's got girls in his music videos that look just like her. And half of his songs are singing about, you know, killing her. That's just like, and then all of a sudden she's found dead in the back of his, in the back of the Tesla. Like, come on. Like, that's insane. Like, the coincidence is insane. Unless some fucking evildoer is just, they planned this shit out perfectly. And they framed him perfectly, you know, unless some crazy evildoer planned this perfectly. It's just, it doesn't look good.
They partially unzipped the bag and found a decomposed head and torso. They removed the bag from the car and discovered that the arms and legs were severed from the body.
The whole, dude, the whole fucking thing is just, was it a Cybertruck? No, it was, it was the regular Tesla. God damn, man. The whole thing, it's just every part is just cut off from one another. I mean, this is insane. This has to be deliberate. This has to be an obvious, like, murder then. This can't be some accidental death, man. Like, dismembering each part off from one another and putting them all in separate bags. This has gotta be some, like, dismembering the body and then putting in the back of your Tesla, then your Tesla gets towed and put into a fucking... that seems like a plan, does it not? That seems like a fucking plan. You were hoping that the car just gets towed, taken away, and then trashed somewhere so that the body just, bye-bye, it's gone. That seems like a plan. This wasn't no boating accident. Like, this definitely, that feels planned as fuck. I mean, the fact that the arms, legs, and the torso and the head are all separated and dismembered. That's insane.
So I really want to touch on this because at the time it was speculated that perhaps the reason why the body was reported as dismembered was because perhaps the body had decomposed into a state where the limbs started coming apart. As morbid as that is to say, it appears that there's more clarification to this. They found a second black bag underneath the cadaver bag.
I finally got Pokemon ZA, Marcus. I like it. No, I actually I've enjoyed it. I do think there's aspects of it that I wish were more, but the battling in the game is really fun. The Pokemon's design, I think, look fun. I do like the Megas. But I do wish there was maybe a little bit more to the world, like more to do in the world. But I enjoy it. I enjoy the battling aspect.
Which contained more dismembered body parts, according to the document. So it appears that it's deliberately, it's obviously, yeah, now that there's two separate bags of two different body parts, it's obvious that
It's not some like decomposition thing where they just fell off. It's like, dude, he fucking cut them up.
He might have actually gone ahead and taken this body apart.
Is adding a lot of
As
details about
disgusting
this
as that is
case.
to
I think
say.
he's the one who framed
In an
David.
unusual move.
Marcus is adding a lot of details about this case. I think he's the one who framed David. Hell nah. Oh, hell nah. I would never. What? I would not do that. I would not kill somebody. That's crazy. That's crazy. I would never do something so crazy. In an unusual move, detectives secured approval from a judge in November to seal the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's autopsy report, which includes findings on the cause and manner of death. Police told the judge that sharing those details with the public could jeopardize the investigation. Okay, that's fair. If that's the case, that's fair. Williams said the girl had been dead for at least several weeks before her body was found. Months earlier, Celeste ran away from her Lake Elsinore home, and her family reported her missing at least 3 times in 2024, according to the Riverside County Sheriff's Office. It is so depressing that no one found out about this girl because she was on his fucking streams, man. She was taking pictures with this guy. She was on streams with him, bro. This girl was reported missing multiple times, and somehow they didn't find her. She was on his streams. Where were you the night the body was found, Marvelous? He said he was streaming in the yard full of cars. All right, would you recommend Jeep to family and friends? Oh, hell no. Don't drive a Jeep, man. That shit is ass. What the hell?
Detectives secured approval from a judge in November to seal the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's autopsy report, which includes findings on the cause and manner of death. So for right now, it doesn't seem like we're gonna get any legitimate details about what actually occurred here. Whether there was like some sort of assault, whether there was some sort of like toxicology report that suggests that perhaps this person overdosed instead of it being like an outright murder. I guess we're not gonna find out anytime soon.
But yeah, okay. I'm gonna be honest. I am at a point where now I want to rule out the. I am at a point where I want to rule out the overdose because unless David or whoever the fuck took care of the body, unless they are genuinely just insanely stupid, why would you cut it up? Why? Like what purpose would you have to cutting it up if it was an overdose? Just throw the body in the car. You don't even have to, it's insane. I mean, just throw the body in the car. If it's some overdose, just leave it in the car. Better yet, why is it in the car? Throw the body. Like, here's the thing. If this was a situation of overdose and you don't want to get caught of that it was you that was responsible, how is nobody thinking up an idea like, oh, throw her body just somewhere random? Like, just leave it out in the woods somewhere. And if somebody finds it, they're just going to see, they'll see in the autopsy, she's been on drugs. She died of an overdose. Then there's a chance you're probably not going to get in trouble for it. He obviously, people are going to see the streams where he had her in the streams and whatnot, obviously, but at least you won't get caught for like the death, probably, maybe. I mean, that's the best case scenario, is if it was an overdose and it was an accident, why would you cut the body up? Like, what the fuck is the reason? What is the purpose? I mean, that just is insane to me. Jeeps are great if you're an older mom and want to have something cooler than a van, I guess. Probably his manager. That's why I'm saying, like, it's possible that maybe he wasn't the one that killed her and it could have been somebody else. Like, maybe she pissed somebody off. Maybe, because listen, David, learning about David and learning that he's some kid he's 20 something years old, but learning that he was like into gore and all this shit, it wouldn't surprise me if he surrounds himself with bad actors and bad people. It wouldn't surprise me that maybe this isn't him who killed them and it was somebody else who killed them. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know.
After the trial, police told the judge that sharing those details with the public could jeopardize the investigation, so it's only speculation for now. Williams said the girl had been dead for at least several weeks before her body was found, which tracks. Months earlier, Celeste ran away from her Lake Elsinore home, and her family reported her missing at least 3 times in 2024, according to the Riverside County Sheriff's Office. Celeste allegedly met David.
Has there been cases like this before where they hid the body in a towed car and got away with it? I don't. Well, to be fair, we wouldn't know because they got away with it. But I mean, I'm assuming the idea is like SUVs are good. I like SUVs. I'm assuming that the thought process is you put a body in the trunk of a vehicle, it gets towed, and then nobody comes to pick it up, so they send it to, you know, those what are they called again? Repo places where they just crush it up. And the hope is that they crush it up into bits and pieces, and the body gets crushed with it, and nothing happens. When you're mentioning, like, if blood splatters everywhere, I can't imagine it would because it's in, like, the trunk. And maybe by that point it's so decomposed that nobody would notice. That's maybe, like, a junkyard. That maybe that's, like, the thought process is it gets just crushed up in a junkyard somewhere and just nobody ever finds the body. Or if they ever do find the body, it's so far gone and it's so crushed up into this ball that, you know, you can't even make out what's in it. You can't make out anything. Like, you can't figure out who the person is, right? Like, you wouldn't even be able to know who it is because it's all just crushed up bits. Like, you can't even make it out. Maybe the blood. But by that point, I'd imagine it's so decomposed, you won't even be able to figure it out. I haul stuff quite a lot, and I drive people around, so I might sell my current car. I like SUVs. I think SUVs are good cars. Most of them are good for big groups, and in general, they're sturdy and decent vehicles. Well, there must be a case like this where they did get caught, so whoever chose this strategy was stupid. Well, whoever chose this strategy definitely was stupid because, like I said, I think, well, not like I said, my bad. I don't think I mentioned this. I think that, damn it, I can't remember. I think the story is that he left it somewhere and it got picked up or something. But the problem is that it's the smell of the body, right? They smelled something rancid from the back of the car. And the reason why I think it's like it's just a stupid idea is because of that. Because before it gets towed, it seems like somebody just forgot about it. They just put it in the body and was just like, forget it. Because, I don't know, if you wanted to get towed away and never returned, I feel like the night you put it in the body, bring it out to somewhere, leave it there, let it get towed, and then that's it. You know what I mean? Then that's it. But apparently it had been sitting there for a while before it even got towed. Which is why I'm like, oh, why? But I could be wrong. I can't remember the full story. They must have a protocol in a junkyard where if there is rancid smell, then you call the cops. I think it was before it got taken to a junkyard. Because the way it happens is it gets impounded and they leave it in the impound for a while. Because they basically contact the car owner and say like, hey, we have your car, come get it. Like, if it gets towed, they're like, hey, come get your car. You have to pay a fee, blah, 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 blah. It was towed. You left it in a certain area. You have to come pick it up. And that's where they found the body, I believe. I don't think it was in a junkyard yet. It was at the impound where they were like, this is not a good smell. And so they were like, they call up the police. Hey, man, this shit smells like a dead body. This shit smells like death. Imagine rancid smells are almost a standard in junkyards with old fridges and freezers and whatnot. Yeah, that's why I assume people do this route is they hope that it gets taken to a junkyard because it already smells like shit in a junkyard. I can't imagine you'd be able to pick up the smell of a dead body. But this was picked up in an impound, if I'm not mistaken, so that makes sense. You're able to pick it up there because it shouldn't smell that bad at an impound to the point where it should smell like death. Not familiar with that? Do you know what a corpse smells like? No. No, I do not. But I imagine it doesn't smell great. I imagine it's probably a very, like... Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I imagine it probably smells like when I say feces, I mean like I feel like it smells something on that line of like rot, like because it's rotted. It's something on, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I feel like it smells on that line. Or something. Smelled a dead moose on a flatbed trailer going into the dump behind them once. Junkyards seem like the most popular place to dump a body, but I don't know about the impound places. Though it goes through that place first. That's the point. Like when your car gets picked up by, you know, whatever the fuck they're called, you know, obviously it's because you're parked in a bad place or a place you're not supposed to park in, blah, blah, blah. It gets picked up. They contact you. They leave it at the impound for a while so you can come pick it up. But if you don't pick it up and you leave it there for a certain amount of time, they eventually just say, man, they're not picking it up. Let's send it to the junk. Send it to the junkyard, man. They're not getting it. They're not picking it up. Animals die in cars all the time and they still get hot. I don't think I've never smelled like a corpse before, but I can't imagine it smells like, obviously it doesn't smell like fucking roses. I can imagine it smells like actual like shit, like poop or something. Cause I feel like that's what it just smells like, but maybe I don't know. I don't know the exact smell of a dead body, but I can imagine somebody probably had like this, like, who they walked by the car and they were just like, oh my goodness, there's something in this thing. Something's and I will give them this. I'm gonna be honest. I will give people that work at impounds this. I can imagine that they have definitely experienced like cars with rancid smells because of said something like dead animals or something like that. Like someone left a dead animal in the car or something and it smells like shit. I can imagine that people at impounds have smelled some pretty rancid shit. Cars are not airtight. You smell something rotting inside a dead car, trust. No, yeah, no, I feel like it's very unique. Sickly sweet almost. Oh, okay. Smells worse, to be honest. Chat, Marcus, your chat is made up of murderers. Yeah, they're all telling me what a dead body smells like. But maybe impound places also have a protocol to call the cops if there is a smell, because I doubt it's the first time they found a corpse. No, yeah, it's probably not the first time I imagine people at an impound have smelled something that is rancid. I can imagine some people have left dead animals or dead things in the vehicle, and they probably have dealt with that before. So, yeah, it's hard to explain the smell of death because the first reaction it'll force you to have is vomit. Just make jerky out of them. Jesus, Jimbo. God damn. Yeah, she resided at a rental home with the singer after running away, Yeah, she was at a rental home, which, like I said, like, is he the killer? I guess it is a toss-up. Maybe he wasn't there and somebody else did it. It's possible. It's possible. Shut up, Big Jeff. Who the fuck is Jeff?
David on social media and appeared to reside in a rental home with a singer after running away, according to law enforcement sources, which, again, I have to clarify that this is alleged and this is purely speculation, but if these individuals did, in fact, meet online, David being a 20-year-old man and Celeste being 13 on 14 at the time, potentially 15 as of recent as last year, unfortunately, she didn't live to see that. I just don't know what you could really say here besides the fact that this might have been exploitative or that this might have been grooming, potentially. I don't want to say that.
Oh, I mean, I know it's all alleged, but she obviously had a relationship with the guy. It's like I said, at the bare minimum. And I think the bare minimum being just like a pedophile is just that's an insane minimum. That's an insane minimum. That's already enough to tell you David is cooked. Like, he is just actually cooked. Oops, I spelled David wrong, by the way, I think it's just D4VD. Like, I think that's already enough to tell you he's cooked. Because, like, again, why the fuck does this guy got, like, a 13, 14, 15-year-old in his home? Like, why? Why is she there? Why is she hanging out with him on streams and shit, man? Like, why? Like, yes, this could be somebody else who killed her, but I mean, regardless, he's the reason she's even in this situation to begin with. Not to mention, if I'm not mistaken, and again, I could be wrong, I don't know if I'm wording the situation correctly, but if I believe this correctly, they found her in a state where it seemed like she was malnourished when she was living with him. Like, she wasn't being taken care of properly, which is obvious because these people are obviously not parents. They're not probably good at taking care of a fucking kid. I can't imagine, because I think they said that she was alarmingly underweight, like extremely underweight, and they can't, something about how like they can't imagine she could have lost all of it decomposing there like that. So she obviously was not in a very healthy like state. She was probably like extremely underweight and malnourished while living in this home, possibly even left in this home alone like for possibly weeks on end, because this guy goes on tours, right? He's probably not bringing her with everywhere, so she's being just left in a rental home alone. She was 70 pounds before she went missing, by the way. She was always underweight. She was always underweight. Okay. But I can't imagine she was being taken care of very well, because like I said, this guy's going on tours and he's a big singer and all that stuff. So she's probably just being left in this rental home by herself, or hanging out with other people that she barely knows by herself, like all the time. Marcus, can you cheer me up? I was stolen and they blew my credit cards, so I just got to spend my weekend going through trying to solve it with the bank. Damn. Damn, Knox. That's fucking rough. Sorry you had to go through that, man. That's actually rough. Comfort me? Gently picks you up gently and rocks you back and forth like a baby. Like a baby. Gives you a nice big hug. It'll be all right. I think that... My bad, man. That might be the best I can do. Okay, that does comfort me.
What else could you really piece together here? This girl meets David online. They probably interact online for a bit. She runs away from home at some point.
I remember there being pretty strong Discord message evidence that they were talking to each other intimately. Oh, no. Yeah, they're gapes you. Hi, Fence Smoker. Oh, no, yeah. There was Discord messages in their own Discord where she was very obviously... They were obviously in calls together. She was on streams and stuff. They were obviously hanging out. And there was obviously a romantic side to it because there were people confirming in his own Discord that they were dating. Gently assassinates you like Charlie Kirk. Gently, though. Gently. So they definitely had some relationship. And I can't imagine she's anything else to him. Like, listen, I don't know why there is a 13 to 15-year-old girl hanging out with you to begin with. There's no way she's just your friend. There's no way that this girl runs away from home so she can be your friend. That to me is crazy. Ni hao, young pup. Hi, Rice. Hi.
She's reported missing multiple times on several occasions within the years. I mean, let's say David never enticed Celeste into leaving her home. He still
gave me a bag of meth in return. Damn, Fent.
Entertaining a relationship like that in the first place.
I didn't know you had it in you.
Again, purely speculation that at any point David did try to entice Celeste into leaving her home, then I just want to say that that's extremely telling, and there's not much that really needs to be said about a situation like that. So where are we at with this story? I mean, in my opinion, I feel like there are obviously a lot of wrong...
I mean, enticing this 13 to 15-year-old, whatever... Oh, she was 15 when she died, so 13 to 14-year-old, to come live with you. Obviously, somebody, aka David, probably convinced her, because we all agree that a 13-year-old is not capable of consenting. There's definitely convincing that's going on. There's definitely got to be some level of convincing or talking to. Obviously. Obviously, like, if, you know what I mean? Investigators suggest that they formed a relationship online, so I would call that grooming, even without evidence. I mean, yeah, she's a fucking 13-year-old. You can't really write it any other way, man. I mean, a 13, 14-year-old can't exactly fucking consent to leaving her parents' home to go live with like a 19, 20-year-old. So, you know, there's definitely got to be some level of convincing and grooming to get her to come live with you and shit, or live in one of your homes. And, I mean, regardless, like I said, I can't see another situation where this girl is just here because she's your friend or something. Like, you know, that just doesn't make any fucking sense. Maybe she's just some groupie or something. I don't fucking know. But even then, that's I mean, like, I don't know if that makes it any better. I don't know.
Steps taken here by David himself. Am I willing to conclude that David might be responsible for this murder? Probably not.
When my 13-year-old friend is struggling at home, so I kidnap her to save her, and she just so happens to die. Awkward. God damn it.
The circumstantial evidence that people have been putting together on the internet makes it appear as if this guy is definitely going to be guilty. But again, you can really never be too sure. When
I just can't imagine he gets away with this,
the evidence
man.
being presented by his team or the evidence being presented by the prosecutors might be...
Whoever his attorneys are, if this man manages to get away with it, if David manages to avoid any sort of accountability for any of this, brother, these lawyers or whoever, these people that are doing the case for him, unbelievable. I mean, absolutely unbelievable. That sign me up. Sign me up. If I ever commit something, sign me up. I want them. I want them. I don't see a situation or a world where David doesn't face some sort of trouble for this. Like, I don't see it. I don't see it. Maybe I'm insane. Maybe I'm crazy. But, like, I don't understand how he could possibly get away with something like this. There are multiple things he could get in trouble for. There are so many things he could get in trouble for. It doesn't have to just be the fucking death. Like, it doesn't even have to be just the death. There's other things. Even if he didn't kill her, they still need to investigate him for child endangerment. And since the victim is dead, then, you know, exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's more than just one fucking thing. It's not just the death. It's also the fucking child endangerment. It's also the fact that he's in a possible relationship with her. And if they find evidence of sexual stuff with her, where does that go? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you got to have the craziest lawyers to get away with this. You got to have insane lawyers to get away with this. Like, in the chance they were just friends and had a non-toxic relationship somehow, this kid is dead and he straight does not care, I guess. Like, it's just, dude, I don't see a universe where this guy could get away with it. I'm telling you that it's unlikely he'll ever face any sort of punishment or charge because there's no way to prove she was endangered or groomed if she's dead. Oh. But that's just insane. But that's insane to me. That's just insane to me. I can't listen, man. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, if this guy genuinely goes to like a court hearing and everything, and he is found innocent, I feel like that's got to cause some sort of outrage, man. Like, there's no way this guy's gonna walk away scot-free. I just can't see a world where this guy walks away scot-free, man. Like, I mean, this whole situation feels like it's writing itself. He's very obviously not smart enough to the next OJ, literally. Her being in his car isn't definite. I mean, it's not. It's not. It's not. No, it definitely isn't. Hi, Big Aaron. Oh, man. Dead is an indicator of that endangerment, no, especially after her being missing prior. I mean, I would agree. But maybe there's something law-wise that says otherwise. I wouldn't know. I don't know about USA's legal system, but the parents are responsible too and should face consequences. I do think I remember seeing the parents were very, listen, man, I get it. They lost their kid. That's obviously extremely sad. The Hawks can beat the Knicks in a series. I agreed, Remy. Dude, if CJ McCollum just hits his fucking shots, he missed 2 fucking free throws and he missed multiple 3-point shots at the end of the game. If he doesn't miss those shots, we are a lot closer than 10 points behind with a couple seconds left. We are much closer. There was a moment where we were like, I think 8 or 6 points behind, and we were going on. Oh my goodness, man! At their home, I think we could do it. There's a chance that we win. There's a big chance. There's a big chance we could do it.
Really different to what we know on a surface level, so it's too early to call on whether this guy is actually innocent or not. But I do want to clarify, just for everybody who's going to be watching this video, that just because this guy...
I'm sorry for pausing so much, but it is to me it is sad that we might have to literally settle on, oh, his career's ruined. It's like, is that really enough, man? Like, is that really enough? Like, come on, bro. Come on. Like, is that enough? Oh, he lost. Oh, his career's ruined. It's like, brother, he's already made his millions, man. If he gets out of any sort of legal problems and he doesn't even have to pay a fine or a fee or something, like, is that really enough? He's going to be living the rest of his life probably chilling, doing nothing. Getting to do whatever the fuck he wants after he successfully got away with fucking a kid and possibly even killing her. Like, that to me is... You guys are thinking too short term. If he gets away with this and his PR team makes a good response, he can just salvage his reputation. How? That, if he does, bro, like, I don't know how that's possible. I don't know how that's possible. Maybe it really is like an OJ situation. When OJ came back and he's got the Chiefs jersey on and he's like, it's me, OJ Mahomes. There's no real evidence? Come on, man. I mean, like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by there's no real evidence? It's only circumstantial and we are only operating off assumptions. Well, okay. When you say there's no real evidence, what I'm referring to of what we do have is that there's streams where she's there, right? Videos where she's in the stream with him, next to him. And then Discord messages of them being like, you know, messaging one another and flirting with one another. That's at least evidence to suggest that he's definitely a, you know, a bit of a pedo or a freak, you know? The minds of people can change literally off a good response and verdict. You're too narrow-sighted here. I don't doubt him getting a lighter charge than deserved, but completely getting let off. That'd be insane. Yeah, I don't know. I think the whole, like, getting let off is just crazy. He's got to have insane glazers. Like, you got to have... That's insane glaze. That's... yeah, that's like insane glaze, you know? Maybe OJ didn't do it. Maybe. Like, that's just got to be insane glaze. I don't even know how you make a proper PR, you know, brainwashing the sheep is easy peasy. Just look at all the dick... that's... You know what, actually, Koopa... Maybe Gamma's right. Maybe Gamma's right. To be fair, Trump is our president. We got a whole ass fucking... Trump is our president. We got a whole ass group of individuals who just worship MAGA. Maybe you're right, man. I think, you know what, Gamma's onto something, man. We got a president who literally is in the Epstein files in like thousands of pages, man. Maybe you're onto something. Maybe you're onto something. I don't know. Free OJ. Yeah. Didn't OJ die recently? I thought OJ passed away. Or am I crazy? I thought he passed away. Free OJ. Bro's already dead, man. Bro's already dead. OJ2C Super Prison. Trump didn't even have a body in his trunk. Gone too soon. Oh my god. Yeah, Gamma, you're kind of right. People can be tricked. It's possible. I guess you are right. Wasn't OJ golfing the last years then dipped? He was like, I mean, I just know that he like showed his face back up on social media and was like, hey, it's me, OJ Mahomes. And then everybody was like, oh, this guy's so fucking funny. Maybe OJ was innocent. Maybe OJ didn't do it. Hi, Crippy.
Guy is currently under custody. It does not necessarily mean that he is guilty. At least, not yet. We still have to wait for that. So if you were expecting for like some massive breaking news, then here's a very short video that you can use to catch yourself up on what's currently going on. But that's pretty much it, and that's pretty much all of the information
Referring to dying is
now.
dipping.
I guess we really won't have any more details.
He was getting TikTok interviews. Yeah, he was famous, man.
And then goes to trial. if he even gets charged, because it's a possibility that they might not even have anything.
Literally,
So-
all OJ had to do was make some stupid ass joke, and then people were like, "Oh fuck, I love this OJ guy."
Oh, who knows? Who knows, right? It's all strange with situations like these. But that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching.
God damn it, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm just Detective Marcus on the case, man. I just fucking. Oh, my blood's boiling, man. There's obviously, you know, obviously David's got involvement on this, man. But the chances of him getting away is very possible, and that's what's scary. I hope what the police have is definitely something that's pretty damning. I really hope so, because there's just no way that the coincidence of David not being involved is like, oh, it's just, he's not involved. It's true. His character is a Shadow Wizard Money Gang guy or something. You know what that is? Let's look it up for you. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. See the purple one? Remember that clip of OJ pretending to stab that interviewer? What? He's so real. He's so real. Yeah, Gamma's the purple one. That's what his character's based off of. Okay. Now we got to get into the even more Sykkuno stuff. There's more somehow. Before we get into this, by the way, for anybody who didn't get to see it last night, we managed to get in contact with some more kittens. All right, a friend of ours found more kittens, and this is 3 of them. There's one more. He's a pure black one. But we named 2 of them. We named the white and gray one. It's white and gray. The color makes it look brown and black, but it's gray. And then the brownish grayish one next to it. It's named off of Filipino foods. One is sinigang, the one in white and gray, and then the other one is adobo. And then we nicknamed them Bobo and Sini. Kevin 2. Kevin 2, yeah. That's actually better. But I thought I'd let you guys know about these guys real quick. I had to sit. That's why I couldn't get on last night, because she kept sitting there petting them all night. And I was like, dude, we got to go home. She wouldn't stop petting them. And then we were like, should we keep them even though we already have 4 cats? So, yeah. Oh, yeah, this one. I already talked about that last night. Cine Bear? No, not Cine Bear. Like Sinigang. Like the food. And then just Cine for short. Like, not Cine Bear. Not Cine Bear. Not that one. Name one Fent. Name one HP Office Jet all-in-one printer, color printer. That's a good idea. Sinigang. Sinigang. It's a Filipino food. Sigma? Possibly. That's a good name. Maybe Kevin 2, Sigma, and Fent. Fentanyl. Fent for short. I hope Jar is doing well. OJ Simpson Vine. Let's see this one real quick. Let me see this.
After we finished filming, OJ said to me that he had a surprise for me, and I genuinely was surprised. I think it was his idea of a joke, and this is it.
This dude can't be real. This guy cannot be a real person. He was found innocent, man. That's insane. This guy was found innocent. He's so baller, bro. He came... Bro really just was like... fucking stabbing her. What a jokester, man. What a silly little guy. What a jokester. What a jokester. Awesome, dude. I love this guy. Maybe he was innocent. You know what? Maybe he was innocent. Guy knows how to take a joke. Guy really knows, you know? I had a dream Jar got kidnapped and Himpleton was leading the search to find him. That'd be pretty awesome. You can't joke like that in the UK? No. Yeah, I don't think you can, actually. You're right. That is true. Okay. Sykkuno. I haven't caught up on all of it, but there's like, dude, there's... Okay, so now there's a new person who made another doc, by the way. So there's another doc. And there's the response from Sykkuno and his girlfriend. And there's the Mugen apology video. And then the first girl originally, she actually deleted her Twitter, I believe. I'm going to pee real quick, chat. So, Jimbo, why don't you give the chat a little bit of... Tell them something interesting. You guys want to ride bikes? Holy shit, what a classic. What a fucking classic. Just like old times. That's actually such a classic, dude. That's such a classic. All right, let's... I heard the guy who voices Deku read this, by the way. I heard that the voice for Deku read the whole thing, which is awesome. Because that's what Sykkuno sounds like. But let's go ahead. Let's read this. Let's get through this. So, my girlfriend wanted to share... Okay, so bottom is girlfriend, top is Sykkuno. I would like to apologize to everyone I have disappointed. Most of all, to my girlfriend. I'm so sorry I put you through so much. I never... Here, let's try this. I never wanted to make these mistakes again and hurt you and the people I care about. I was unfaithful. And I own and fully admit to that. I lied to people and told them I was single, which I know is not right. I'm sorry to all the people that I hurt by doing this. The following is not an attempt to minimize what I have done. However, I have seen false accusations about me that are just not true. I cannot allow false allegations and such extreme labels to be placed on me. I do understand that the people making these claims did it from a place of hurt. So please do not send any more hate to anyone. I just want the situation to get better, and I wish them the best. My girlfriend and I didn't respond quickly because we already were working on our relationship and communication before this all happened. Having so much private information exposed to the public has made it incredibly difficult for us to heal together. I will be taking a break from streaming and the internet to better myself and give us the time we need to try and improve our relationship. Thank you for reading, and I will continue to learn and grow from this experience. Rip Sykkuno. Marcus, please play the Deku edit. I don't know where it is. I thought it was under this post, but I didn't see it. So, I don't know where it went. The girl probably doesn't sound like that, so we won't do that for the girlfriend. But, okay. Obviously, he's like, I did something to my girlfriend, but these guys made false claims, which I'm going to be honest. I mean, they did. They did. I would not claim that he was like a predator or a, you know, we'll see what this next doc, we'll see if this next doc really outs him. He's got to be so rich for her to stay. No, for sure. For sure. Oh, well, there's another theory that I have about her staying. And I know this is going to sound really sad. This is going to sound really sad, but he is 34. I imagine his girlfriend is close in age to him. I imagine she's also in her 30s. And she's been with him for what I want to say is about like, what is it again? 5 to 6 years. It gets to a point, right? When you're at a certain age, it gets to a point where like, I feel like some people just feel like they can't leave and find somebody else. And I think that might be what her situation is, where she's just like, I don't think I can find anybody else. Like maybe she thinks she's chopped or some shit. Maybe she thinks she's like too old and too chopped to be able to find another person. And plus she's probably financially stuck with him. So there's probably that level, that thing that's going through her mind that's basically saying, like, I can't leave. Like, I gotta just make it work. And hopefully, I mean, the hope is that maybe Sykkuno does stop cheating. Like, maybe, hopefully, Sykkuno does choose to stop cheating, which technically, I mean, now that he's been ousted as a cheater, it's not like it's easy for him to just go out and find women now. Like, every woman on the platform, left, right, and center, knows this guy's a cheater and is in a relationship. So it's not like they're going to be like, hey, I'm okay with it. More than, like, probably 90% of them are, you know, probably 90% of them are probably like, oh, I'm not going to talk to you. So his options are limited for sure. So there's definitely that. But like I said, when you hit a certain age, I do think that there is a point where you have to start questioning if it's even worth giving up on the partner, because where are you going to go? Like, where are you going to go? This guy makes all the money. He makes all the money. You're like probably 30 something years old, and you probably don't think you're going to find anybody else. Like, especially at your age, you might be thinking that this is your only place. Like, this is all I can do. This whole drama will help Sykkuno stop cheating. What a blessing. I mean, that's like the hope, you know. The hope is that since it's outed, you know, I guess technically he won't cheat anymore. But the girlfriend does say, hi there. I want to start by saying thank you to those who have been checking on me and wishing me well during such a difficult time. It's been extremely heartbreaking to learn everything I know now, and going through this has been one of the hardest things I've ever been put through in my life. I've been tossed around from all sides. Me and my reality have been continuously shattered. Though no matter how broken I am, I never wanted this to be public. It deeply hurts me that I wasn't given a choice in that, or even just wanted that this would be happening at all. I didn't want this. Even after the fact, I wish they would have at least checked in on me or asked me how I felt about everything, but I haven't heard anything from the people involved since this all came out. I understand that those involved with him have been hurt as well, but I don't believe my feelings were considered in this situation at all. Tossed around, eh? Who cares if he cheats, lol? They're using newborns as kebabs. Gaza, Jesus. Or kababa? Jesus. This is pretty rough. This is definitely, I see why Muujin had to make an apology video. I see why they had to make an apology video, because listen, whether you think she's like brainwashed or something, damn, the first comment, you was cream pieing other women behind her back and she stayed. Damn. Okay. That's whether you think that she's like obviously stuck or something is, you know, obviously it doesn't really matter. I do agree that if she's personally thinking that none of these are not thinking, if she's pointing out that these people never contacted her or even like considered her side of the story, or at least considered what she thought, it's very obvious that these women were not doing, the women involved and then Muujin involved did not keep the girlfriend in mind. They were doing this for their own like personal volition, not because the girlfriend is the victim. I'll pay you to not say cream pie. Oh, I said it. My bad. See, the problem is she is the victim in all this. Like, she is the actual victim. Because like I said, if we're talking about the other girls, the two girls that made the doc, one of them was in a relationship doing the exact same thing as Sykkuno. She's a bitch, right? Claiming she's some victim when in reality she wasn't doing the exact same thing as Sykkuno, where she's hunting after multiple men, but she was in a relationship with a guy while she was flirting with Sykkuno. So crazy. She's also a cheater. And then the other girl, as we pointed out previously, literally started the conversations. Not once was she manipulated into anything. And even when she did the Discord call and everything, 15 minutes of berating him. And then at the end, when he says, I should leave you then, I should not contact you ever again, she goes, Well, why would you do that? And then she posts fucking images of them staying friends. Wait, what? I feel like it's got to be the money more than anything. Love isn't as rare as emotions make them seem. Well, no, for sure. I mean, it's like I said. She, according to Sykkuno and according to all these people, she relies on him financially. Like, that was a claim, is that she is, like, financially, like, she relies on him. Meaning, if she were to leave, where does she go? Especially if she is in her 30s and whatnot. Where the fuck does she go? This guy lives in, I believe, I want to say California. You can't just get up and leave, man. Like, that's not an option. You can't just if it's in the West Coast regardless. I think it's either, I can't remember, I could be wrong. Maybe it's Seattle or it's California. I don't know which one he lives in. But you can't just get up and leave, man. Like, it's not like you can't just, I don't know what job she's working. Maybe she's not working at all. But you can't just get up and leave. Like, that's just not an option. That's just not a situation that can do, unless you have somebody to fall back on or somebody to go to. And like I said, when we were reading about all of this, we have no clue how Sykkuno and his girlfriend's relationship dynamic is. For all we know, this girl is just like what Fent is saying. She's a parasite. She's a leech. She's just living with him for the money. And for all we know,
throwing it back on the bomb.
This is a magic spell. You shall not say cream or pie or cream pie or pie cream or cream of pie or pie of cream or crepeim or pea creamy or creamy or pea.
Thank you for the $5.99 Colombian. This is a magic spell. You shall not say cream or pie or cream pie or pie cream or cream of pie or pie of cream or cream crepium or pick creamy or creamy pea or pea. Okay, I won't do that. I won't do that. You just said it. P. But let's keep going. I will say, like I said, I've said this. I think I've said this multiple times. I am not defending Sykkuno, man. This guy is like weird. Because, like I said, we don't know the dynamic of the relationship, but regardless, he's in a relationship, and he was obviously going around talking to multiple women, and then, you know, obviously, like, flirting with them, and then when he went to events and stuff and they were there, he'd be like, hey, want to take this to the bedroom? And then they'd fuck. I mean, this guy is a serial cheater. He's obviously a fucking loser. Like, this guy's a dick. Like, I'm not going to act like this guy deserves to be, like, treated as the victim in this situation. He's a fucking loser. But obviously the people involved that made the document and Muujin and everything, this is they obviously they did not put the girlfriend's thoughts into play. They clearly were doing this for some level of clout and attention. They threw a bunch of accusations at the wall, which weren't even true. I just still don't see an instance where any of this is true. I just don't. I don't know. Even after the fact, I wish they could have at least checked in on me or asked me how I felt about everything, but I haven't heard anything from the people involved since this all came out. I understand that those involved with him have been hurt as well, but I don't believe my feelings were considered in the situation at all. Oh, my bad, I already read that. Having my worst fears become a reality, then put on full display and used for profit for everyone to see is absolutely mortifying. It truly feels like a nightmare. It was already hard enough trying to work through things in private. This has just added another layer of difficulty and stress on top of everything. It's made it so much harder for me to cope. Prior to all of this becoming public, we were already making changes to improve our relationship, and while I could have chosen to leave, I ultimately made the decision to stay with the hopes of repairing our relationship together. Even though all of the things I've learned are incredibly disappointing and shocking, I don't think they are irredeemable. That's insane to me. I'm a big hater of cheating. I don't really see how cheating on this level is irredeemable, but you know, I mean, I don't know. It's been hard handling things unfolding this way, but I believe this will be a step in the right direction. With time, I hope everyone can focus on healing and being better versions of themselves. I'm not going to lie. I do think the situation coming out is a big reason why she's staying with the guy. And the reason I say that is because, one, the way they handled it was so poor that it almost makes Sykkuno look better. So the girlfriend probably is like more on his side for how they handled it. And then secondly, another thing, I already mentioned this, but now that it's out there, Sykkuno has a less likely chance of actually cheating on her again. So maybe she thinks that, oh, well, he can't cheat on me because women know he's a mass cheater, so they won't go with him. So maybe she has this idea that he won't actually cheat. I saw Marcus cheating in VR chat last night. I wasn't even home last night. What the fuck? Marcus, why did you say you don't want gay people to have Wi-Fi? Because why would they need that? What purpose do they need it? I stand for Sykkuno rights. What purpose do they actually need Wi-Fi? Like, what reason? I wish my mistress cared about my feelings. Gulp. He was panting and whimpering for a big belly furry. Excuse me? What are we saying? What are we saying, man? Okay, let's give this thing a listen. If this is a bunch of bullshit, then we're just going to move straight over to the new doc.
All right, so first things first, this video is not monetized. I'm not about to pull a CC in the big 2026. I'm making this in regard to my last video about Sykkuno. I want to clarify how this video came to be, while also taking accountability and apologizing for the mistakes that I made. At the same time, I also want to clear up some misinformation spread about me over the last few days. This video was meant to come out a bit earlier, but I was told by someone in the know that Sykkuno might release a joint statement with his girlfriend, so I chose to wait for that first, just in case. I'll also be going through that later in the video. So, how did this all begin? Well, for me, it was on April 7th when I was reached out to by Mal for the first time. I was told that a Google Doc was releasing soon about a big content creator. And this is when I was asked if I wanted access to it early to maybe make a video about it. The document was going to publicly release on the 10th anyway. This means that this wasn't some grand conspiracy, okay? This document was going to release with or without me. And while yes, rumors of Sykkuno's behavior have been floating around for a while now between certain content creator circles, none of this was gonna really convince me to make an early video. If you've watched my channel before, then you'd know that I'm someone who highly values both sides of the story. It's actually something that I always implore you to do before forming your own opinions. And while I do receive so many DMs about scoops or exclusive info about certain topics, I mostly never take them, always choosing to wait for things to unfold in public first before making my videos. What made the situation
okay, but you took this one
special though was the 17-minute video recording of the voice call between Mal and Sykkuno. My logic here was simple. It was me thinking that we already had the other side of the story, and it was Sykkuno admitting to his wrongdoings in the most raw and unfiltered way possible.
Okay. Again, you claimed he was a predator, and not once in this fucking call did he ever say, like, yeah, I preyed upon you and I manipulated you. He said he cheated, which is like, yes, I obviously think cheating is a bad thing and you shouldn't do that. But, like, there's no way this call was, like, enough for you to go, like, oh my God, this guy's insane. We listened to this fucking 17-minute call, and all she fucking did was berate him. And then at the end, she was just like, please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. But okay.
So I figured that was enough. At the same time, I thought that since my channel had grown exponentially, don't ask me how or why because I have no idea, I could maybe use my platform for a good cause, spreading awareness about Sykkuno's behavior so that no one else...
Then do that, bro. Instead of making bold claims like calling him a fucking predator and a manipulator, why don't you just call him a fucking serial cheater? Is it really that hard? You could have easily made the video, posted it maybe like a day after the thing, and just simply stated, this guy's like a serial cheater. He's like a shitty person, very untrustworthy. This is bad luck. This is a bad look, Sykkuno. But instead, no, you worked alongside this person. You posted it like 10 minutes. Or it was like 10 minutes after the doc, or like an hour after the doc was posted. And you fucking double down on these claims of him being like some creepy predator. You emphasize the whole age difference shit. Foids be tripping. All women do that.
Gets tricked into being a homewrecker against their will, while in parallel, encouraging others who have been wronged by him to finally speak up. Additionally, seeing that the person speaking up was doing so from a small account, I figured I could help amplify that message to spread maximum awareness. Now yes, some people could definitely argue that
Is my mic picking something up? I think my mic might be picking up the... I don't want my mic to be picking up anything, so I'm going to turn it down just a little bit.
Desperate for a topic to bring in views, but to me it didn't matter because I was already lucky enough to be able to cover niche topics I enjoy and still somehow reach over 1 million views on them. Again, don't ask me how because I don't know, but that was just the reality. Here's the thing though. Releasing the video around the same time as the document meant that I was taking a substantial risk by putting my channel's reputation on the line. I knew this, even at the time, but it was a risk I was willing to take if it meant that I was doing the right thing. Unfortunately, though, it didn't really work out as I had hoped, and I ended up making mistakes that I need to take accountability for, which is why we're here today. The first mistake can be found in...
We can hear your toes gripping at your cables right now. No, yeah, I'm like touching the cables right now. I'm really just like, I'm trying to yank on them, pulling them up and down, you know what I mean?
Intro of the video, and it's me using the word predator. Yes, it was my idea, and the logic behind it was me trying to encompass everything, like the serial cheating, lying, and deliberate targeting of smaller content creators into one word. Before using it, I even made sure to double check its definition in multiple...
We can hear you pawing at the screen every time Sykkuno on screen. No, I'm not gonna, okay.
Multiple dictionaries, which said things like, before using it, I even made sure to double check its definition in multiple dictionaries, which said things like, a person or an organization that uses weaker people for their own advantage, or one who injures or exploits others for personal gain or profit.
And you didn't, okay. Okay, Mujin, you might be actually like fucking retarded then. Where in this do you think that he exploited anybody for a personal gain? These women, might I add to you, he didn't have to convince her anything. These women, the girl in question, the one who posted the fucking doc, is the one who contacted him. She contacted him. She's the one who initiated the conversation with the guy. She's the one that was like, oh, Sykkuno, my dreamy man. Like, in the messages in itself, when you read the messages, not any of the messages seem like anything of, like, manipulation or anything. The guy is literally just flirting with them, they're flirting back, and that's it. She sent him fucking nudes unprompted. What? It brings me back to this whole concept of, like, oh, he's a big content creator, so he can't do that. If that were the case, then what is fucking PewDiePie? Is he a fucking predator? Did he predate on his girlfriend, on his wife? She was not a content creator. He was a content creator. You know how he met her? She knew him from his videos. Is she a victim? Is Marcia a victim? Like, this shit is so fucking retarded, bro. This shit is so fucking retarded. Just because he's a big content creator and these guys are smaller doesn't mean jack shit. None of the messages suggest that this guy was, like, manipulating these women. All that happened that you could say is kind of crazy is that the girls would be like, I just don't think I can afford to go to these events. And then he said, hey, I'll pay for your tickets. I don't understand how that's, like, manipulation. He is offering to help pay for them to go to the events. I don't really think that's manipulation. If he was being, like, forceful about it, or if these women were just like, no, I don't really want you to, like, please don't do that. And he just kept going like, no, I'm doing it. Like, I'm going to pay for your trip. Then I'd get it. I would understand. But I haven't seen that in any of the messages. All it is just like, I don't know, I can't really afford to go. And then he just goes like, oh, don't worry, I'll pay for it. And the girls are just like, really? Okay, I'll go. Celebrities are allowed to participate in hookup culture, and it doesn't mean they're evil. Well, obviously in this circumstance, I do think it's definitely evil because Sykkuno is like a serial cheater and he's being like a dick to his girlfriend. so there is that additive, but acting like as if big content creators or even celebrities can't have a relationship with just a grown adult because they're famous and the other person isn't is insane to me. Like, that is just insane to me. You're cutting off an entire... you're cutting off so many options for individuals to be able to just... Like, are content creators just forced to have girlfriends with famous people? Like, are content creators only allowed to date people in the same, like, subscriber range as them? Like, are they only allowed to do that? Because there's a difference between, like, dating somebody who's a small creator and then... like praying after them and like taking advantage of these people. Like, yes, don't get me wrong. These women are probably not mentally well. I'm not going to act like these women are like, these women are a bunch of e-whores. Like, let's be real. They're probably not all mentally there, but they're grown adult women. Are we really going to act like as if these women have no agency, that they can't fucking make decisions for themselves and they're too fucking stupid to do any, like, to make any decision for themselves? Like, come on, man. This guy, you're telling me, Muujin, you're telling me I made sure to look through the dictionary and make sure that I was using the word predator correctly. And you didn't think about all these other things when you read the document? That are people who live under a rock, I guess.
Due to this, I had come to the conclusion that, yeah, this word fits. I'd find out quickly afterwards, though, that for many people, that word is only reserved to describe pedophiles or sex.
And they probably knew he had a girlfriend. That's another thing that I actually do think is important to note, because according to these people, it was already like a few months before this even happened. I think like half a year ago, it was already circulating that he had a girlfriend. There were rumors circulating that he had a girlfriend. And none of these women thought to themselves, like, maybe he is lying. Like, maybe this guy's lying. They just believed him. Off rip. They just said, oh, yeah, no. He's not lying. He definitely doesn't have a girlfriend. And the craziest thing to me that really grinds my gears, the craziest thing to me is that all these people think that manipulation is him lying about having a girlfriend. What do you think a cheater is doing? What do you think cheaters do? Do you think cheaters just go up to these mistresses and say, I have a girlfriend, by the way? No! They don't tell you. Why would he tell you he has a girlfriend? Why would the big content creator, the big famous content creator, why the fuck would this guy tell people he has a girlfriend and then cheat on her? Why would he do that? Why would he do that? Use your brain for just even a second. Why the fuck would a cheater tell the person they're cheating on with that they are in a relationship and that they want you to continue to keep going? Why would he do that? Like, that's not manipulating. Manipulating is like as if these women were just like unsure of whether they wanted to keep going with him and stuff. And then he was fully like trying to convince them to continue to keep having these conversations. That would be manipulation. Saying that, no, I don't have a girlfriend, is not fucking manipulation. That's just lying. That is literally just lying. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't consider that to be manipulation. But whatever.
Sexual predators, which made a substantial amount of people feel misled after watching the intro of my video. It made it seem like a hit piece, exaggerating things, and it also made it seem like Sykkuno had committed very serious crimes, enough to land him in a high...
That is also another thing. You have to factor in on the internet that, yes, I know this sounds retarded, but yes, saying predator is going to sound very different to a lot of people. Calling him a predator is going to make him sound like he's a pedophile. And I feel like the usage of the word predator was very specific. I think it was because of the ages. If these women were not 19 and 20 in that respective range, I don't think they would have used predator. I think they used the word predator because they're like, oh, we're just helpless young women and he's a 34-year-old man. I think that's why they used the word predator. I don't think they used it because he's contacted multiple women. I think they used it because, oh, some of the girls were a little younger. And so they wanted to capitalize on the age gap, the very large age gap, which, don't get me wrong, I think the age gap is definitely weird. But you guys are adults. You guys can make decisions for yourselves. And you guys are the ones that went and contacted him He's not the one going out and contacting multiple 19-year-old women by himself. From what we can see, nothing suggests that he's contacting multiple 19-year-olds. If anything, from what I read from this situation, this girl was 22 when they started having sexual conversations, I believe, or something. Like, I think this one started when they were like 22 or something. So it's obvious that he's not just seeking out like only one age range. It seems like he doesn't really care. Just so long as you're a girl in the community and you look good to him, like hot, he's gonna contact you. The LeBron of fucking. Somehow, man, somehow Sykkuno is I don't listen, I understood a lot of women had a thing for the guy, but I didn't think it was that crazy. Bro pulled the puppy boy voice at 30 plus and it worked multiple times. I think it's insane that he was able to pull it off.
Security prison or something, when that clearly wasn't the case. That was not my intention at all, and I'm sorry for that. From now on, I'll only use that word to refer to pedophiles or sexual predators. That's it, no exceptions. I'd also like to say that, yeah.
Because, okay, but that's the point, like sexual predators, because it's not like Sykkuno was the one going out, reaching out to all these women personally and finding only like 18, 19-year-olds so he can fuck them. None of the messages suggest that he was being pushy about them coming to these events. He said he would offer to pay for them. They agreed, and then they went. I'm sure there is nothing suggesting that he would force it. Unless somebody comes out with something that suggests that he was forcing it, then I don't know. Maybe then I'll change my opinion on that. But it seems to me like if you rejected it or you were just like, no, don't pay for this, he would have just been like, okay, cool, that's fine. Marcus is literally a puppy boy. Why doesn't he use the voice? Okay, man. He's a cute puppy man. That's true. He is a cute puppy man.
Yes, the video.
Like, look at that, dude. Look at the guy on my screen. Woo! Woo! I want a piece of that action. Jeez.
Was rushed. It simply didn't meet the quality standard that you'd expect of me, and that's without even mentioning that it was clearly biased and didn't attempt to see different viewpoints. There's a reason I don't typically reach out to people involved in public incidents, because it's very easy to form bias after you communicate directly with them. It's just human. So yeah, what Mal said at the end of her call with Sykkuno was off-putting, and it wouldn't have hurt for me to point that out. I get that. I was instead more focused on Sykkuno's admittance of guilt.
Wait, what's the point of making that point, though? If you're not going to contact the people involved, you were in contact with Mal, the person who made the document. So there's already, like, a connection to the person making the document. So at that point, why not contact the girlfriend or try to get her side of the story before you even make the post? Because you're already connecting with the Mal person and agreeing to dropping this doc. So there is a level of bias because you're already contacting the person in the document. I don't know.
I'm sorry for letting you guys down in that regard. You trust me with a certain quality standard, and I just couldn't deliver it this time, and that's on me. I also want to apologize to Sykkuno's girlfriend. In the 17-minute video of the voice recording, there was one frame, which represents 1/60th of a second, that wasn't blurred, and it leaked to the group chat she was in when she found out that Sykkuno had been cheating on her with multiple people. This frame was enough for certain individuals to confirm her username, and it impeded on her privacy. I was not the one who handled blurring it, but I still included the entire thing in my own video and completely missed that detail. So I take full responsibility
I didn't even know
for that. I'm sorry. Now look, with all that being said, apologies are great, but there's no use presenting them if there's no attempt to act.
That's insane. That's insane. How did somebody see that? There's a tiny frame where her shit gets leaked and someone found that and then fucking leaked her Discord name? That's insane.
And that's exactly what I intend to do. But first, I want to go through some misinfo that was spread about me in recent days and set the record straight. When the video first released, XQC reacted to it almost immediately and would spend his time defending Sykkuno while trying to undermine the things he's done to people. He would also comment on my video. In that comment, he'd make it seem like my problem with Sykkuno's behavior had to do with the lack of clout of the women he reached out to. In any case, what would happen next is a narrative that would form saying that I deleted his...
Okay, Mugen. You just said you looked up the definition of predatory. You were going off of the idea that it's weaker people. Or, like you're going off of the... I'm assuming you're going off of the idea that he's a predator because they're young, smaller creator women. So XQC's point stands true, I feel. It stands true that you're making the claim that he's a predator because these women are smaller creators who are younger and more impressionable of him. But the entire point is that, so they don't match his clout, so that makes him a predator? Question mark? Like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
Comment because I couldn't handle his unparalleled wisdom. As you can see, that's false. It's still right here, along with all the wonderful comments left by his community too. I really don't know why he and some other content creators tried so hard to defend Sykkuno's behavior, as if he was their long-lost brother or something. All I know is that cheating has been shunned by humanity for thousands of years, regardless of gender. Maybe normalizing it now is probably a bad idea, but hey, you're free to form your own opinion. Go for it. Next, some people try to...
I will say XQC was going way too hard on the defense of the cheating, which, I mean, again, I've said this before. I'm a big anti, like, cheater when it comes to content creators. I know I've had arguments with, like, Gamma and stuff about this type of subject. I still stand under the subject that if you cheat and it comes out to the public that you're a cheater, I think it is, like, completely on... It is completely up to your audience, and it is completely up to how the people handle it. That is what... How do I put this? That decides your fate going forward. Like, is the public going to forgive and forget, or are they going to not forgive and forget? I don't think cheaters... I don't think cheaters should be given, like, leeway. Like, I do understand that there are worse things that happen on the internet. And that cheating is like, oh, it's like the surface. Oh, it's like the surface. And I did mention beforehand that, like, that cheating is pretty, like, tame compared to a lot of things that people do on the internet. But still, cheating is definitely, like, a bad thing that I don't think people should do. And I don't think it should be, like, rewarded with, like, applause or acted like it's no big deal. Like, I don't think we should act like it's quote-unquote no big deal. Like, obviously, this is pretty bad. He's like a serial cheater. He put his girlfriend through a lot of distress. And I do think that reflects badly on a content creator's character. And I do think that reflects on, like, is this somebody that you want to be watching? Do you really want to watch somebody who's clearly dishonest and somebody who is obviously not who they really are on camera? Like, they're very obviously fake, and this is all just a show. If he just owned it and said he's got hoes, he'd probably get more viewers. True. I don't care about cheating, but it's still immoral. But ultimately, the way I see it is that, listen, if you cheat, I think it's up to the public. If your audience doesn't want to watch you anymore, they don't want to watch you anymore. That's it. You lost your career. You made the decision to do something stupid, and you lost your audience. If somehow your audience decides it's not that big of a deal, then you get to keep your audience. It is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and bitch about it and say, like, you deserve to lose everything. Because at the end of the day, is cheating, like, the worst thing a content creator can do? No. It's not like you killed somebody or, like, raped a kid or some shit, bro. Like, you cheated on your girlfriend. That's not something you should do. You shouldn't do that. But, like, at the end of the day, let's not be fucking insanely parasocial and act like he betrayed us. He betrayed his audience. Oh my goodness. Brother, you don't know the guy. And I've said this multiple times about streamers. Half the streamers on these platforms have probably done shit that is pretty bad, but we don't know about because we don't know them personally. You got to understand something, man. These guys are, like, closed in people. The only reason these people get famous in the first place is because they're closed in, they're closeted, they don't go outside, they probably have a very low, like, they probably have very low social skills. Like, they are probably people who are not mentally all there. Not all of them, obviously. There's definitely some content creators who are genuinely decent and kind people and good people outside of the internet. I'm not acting like they all are bad. But, like, there's some pretty crazy actors. There's a reason why the fucking internet has so many, like, fucking pedophiles and sexual deviants. Like, we have them left, right, and center. People who abuse, like, people who are like lol cows or like individuals who blow like money on gambling and shit like that. Like I could go on and on about all the shit that these people do. Turkish Thomas is doing just fine, but he's also a less of a personality than Big Sykkuno. Cheating is fucked, but in my opinion, they betrayed their partner, not me. Well, exactly. That's the point. Like, that's the point, Fent, is we're not his girlfriend. And if you are treating it like as if this guy betrayed, quote unquote, betrayed your trust, that's fucking weird. You know what I mean? It's just like, come on, man. This guy is a content creator. He is entertaining you. That's the whole point of his content, is he is entertaining you. The fact that you are treating it like as if he betrayed you is weird, because he's not your boyfriend. He's just a guy you watch online. But I will say this. He built his audience off of being that shy boy that all the girls like. He's this cute, shy guy. So his audience is very clearly built off of being this very parasocial person. AKA, that's kind of like what most of Twitch people are. They build their audience off of this like parasocialness. So it is kind of his own fault. Like, this is definitely his own fucking fault. He built it that way. So expect yourself to lose like half your audience. Expect it to happen.
I claimed that I changed my video's title because I was scared of a defamation lawsuit from Sykkuno. Sure, a random lawyer from Fiverr.
I think if you develop a parasocial fan base, then you deserve this kind of backlash. No, for sure. It's kind of like with Dream, where it's like, I definitely defended Dream when the entire stuff happened. But let's be brutally honest, man. You built a parasocial audience, and look at what it got. Look where it took you. Look where it got you. Like, you did this to yourself, man. Like, I'm not going to act like I should. I don't care. I'm not going to defend you. Like, if Sykkuno comes back and he's streaming to, like, unironically, like, only 100 people, get fucked. I mean, get fucked, loser. Like, that's just on you, man. Like, you did it to yourself.
Might claim that, but it's false. Here's a neat trick. You can go to a website like vstats.com, go to any channel. We'll pick, I don't know, Mr. Beast, click on a video, and you'll actually be able to see any thumbnail or title changes since upload. Pretty cool, right? Now, if you were to do that with my video, you'd see that there were no thumbnail or title changes whatsoever since upload. So that's false.
I don't know what
and
this
look,
has to do with anything.
Defamation is about knowingly lying about someone in order to ruin their reputation. I had no intention of lying in my video about Sykkuno. And if I did want to...
You said serial cheater and manipulator. He didn't... There is no manipulation from what I can tell, man. And if we really want to call manipulation, it's on a thin line of manipulation. Very thin line. Like, come on, man. He was contacting grown adult women. These women agreed. They all engaged. They all agreed to do this stuff. They chose to do this stuff. Like... I don't know, man.
To lie, then wouldn't I have just simply removed the last 2 minutes of Mal and Sykkuno's voice calls?
Especially off of the document itself. It's not like this was different women that came out. It was the two women involved. And the two women involved were the ones that were... Like, the Mal person literally contacted him first and then literally sent him nudes on her own volition. She sent him fucking nudes out of thin air. I didn't see any messages beforehand where Sykkuno was like, please send me nudes. Please, I'll send you money if you send me nudes. Like, stuff like that or something. She literally was just sending him shit. Sewing out because the other soft boy got more play. Literally, that's what it feels like, man.
So that she looks way better and he looks way worse? It just doesn't make sense. I never make any video with the intention of lying. Period. And finally, when it comes to misinfo, there's also something else that honestly doesn't deserve attention at all, but I'll still mention it. And it's this weird rumor or fan fiction that some people made up saying that I only made this video to try and get with the women that were affected by Sykkuno's actions. Anyone who knows me or has ever spoken with me in the content creation sphere knows that I never even attempt.
Yeah, Mujin, you're just mad because you don't get hoes, bruh. You don't get hoes, bruh. You ain't pulling like Sykkuno, man.
To flirt. I keep things strictly professional. I take my platform very seriously and would never seek to use it in that way. It's simply not who I am. It's obviously also very disrespectful to anyone who was hurt by Sykkuno's actions, but it's not like the people peddling these rumors cared about them to begin with. All right, so next up...
I mean, I will say, obviously, I don't believe he did this to get with the women. Obviously, I think that's a bit of a bold claim. But I will say it is kind of weird that a girl, an e-girl, contacted you said, I'm going to drop a doc on this guy. You read through it, looked up the definition of predator. You listened to all this shit, and you agreed. And you agreed to do this and double down with them. I'm just saying, all right? I'm just saying. I don't think it's that crazy that people made that said assumption because, I don't know, for somebody who apparently makes good videos about stuff like this and is very professional, you really missed the beat, like, on a lot. Like, you really missed the beat for somebody who's apparently professional about this stuff. It's a bit weird, is all I'm saying. But I will say that you probably weren't doing this to get with any of these women. I agree. It's all just a rumor.
Up, we have
probably.
the joint statement that was posted by Sykkuno and his girlfriend. The first half would be written by Sykkuno. In it, he'd reiterate that he lied to people about being single and that he has been unfaithful to his girlfriend. He'd apologize and say that he'd be taking a break from streaming in order to better himself. He'd also call out anyone trying to frame him with false accusations. So yeah, as you can see, not much has changed. He's already admitted to these things in the voice call with Mal. When it comes to false accusations though, yes, there are stories that have circulated for years among some VTubers that accuse Sykkuno of doing worse than cheating. At this point though, it is not up to me to say whether it's true or not, just pointing out what he might be referring to. He could also be referring to the word predator, which I already apologized for. Now the second half of this statement would be written by his girlfriend. She'd express how hard this has all been on her, and how hurt she felt over not having a choice on whether this went public.
If Sykkuno had the balls,
saying that
the
she
allegations
understands
would
that
be
many
true.
people were hurt, but that her feelings felt like they weren't really considered at all.
If Sykkuno had the balls, he would have said, yeah, I did it. So what? So what? Big whoop. Big fucking whoop. I was pulling chicks. I got pussy, bitch. What'd you get? You got nothing. I was getting hoes. I was making bread and I was getting hoes.
She'd call out people who sought to use this incident for profit and would say that even prior to this going public, she was already trying to work through things with Sykkuno in order to repair
crazy,
the relationship
Jimbo.
together. She'd end her statement by saying that even with everything that has come out, she doesn't consider Sykkuno's actions irredeemable. She's going to stay with him and try to fix their relationship.
I still think that's crazy, though. I will say that. I will say, like, claiming that his actions aren't irredeemable is crazy, because it's not like this is just a case of, like, he cheated on her with one person. This is a case of him, like, over the span of, like, a few years, I think. It was, like, 1 or 2 years of him meeting up with multiple different women, like, cheating on these women, cheating with her with multiple different women. And, like, when he went to these events, he would, like, meet up with them, you know, while he was talking to them, and then they'd maybe have sex. That's crazy. Like, it's not like he just cheated with one person. He's a serial cheater. Like, this guy was doing it with multiple girls. Like that, it's a bit crazy. It's a bit crazy. He got really lost in the sauce. I think once he met the first one, when he got the first girl, I think he just knew he had it. Like, once he found out that soft boy attitude really pulled, oh boy. I think he just, you know, lights lit up in his mind. He was like, oh my God, I think I can just pull anybody. I could pull just about anyone. And he listened to the demon on the shoulder. He wasn't listening to the angel. He was listening to the demon.
Fight of everything. Listen, I can't imagine what she's been through in just these last few weeks.
Hello,
finding out that your boyfriend has been cheating on you for years, that he slept with someone as recently as this
Thank you for the memberships.
Oh, Marcus.
Welcome at Benzen Benzino.
Oh, are you, like, jerking off to me, dude? What the fuck? Excuse me? What are you doing, man? What are we doing? We jerking off to Marcus in the big 2026? Come on. We serious? Yeah, I did that shit. Fuck you gonna do? I get hoes whether they like it or not. The fuck you doing? You ain't got hoes like me. You can't rape like me. You ain't shit.
2025 behind your back, and that he was still trying to arrange a meetup with someone else as you were already trying to fix your relationship after what had happened in December. I mean, seriously, it's just insane. But I do think this needs to be said. The fact that this went public is unfortunate, but people were genuinely hurt by Sykkuno lying to them that he was single.
Putting my hair
Maybe
in
it's
pigtails
an
for
unpopular opinion at this point. Let me know if you think it is, but if someone lied to me about being single, and I later found out.
Oh, come on, man.
Hello,
Listen,
princess.
Thank you for the
you
membership.
can't R&K minorities
Welcome at
like
Big
Marcus.
Aaron.
True. True. Listen, man, you're the guy who made the mistake. I wouldn't do this in your video. I wouldn't victim blame right now. I wouldn't do that. You're the guy, listen, dude, you're the guy who, I don't think this is the right place to be saying the girlfriend is making a big mistake, man. You're the guy who didn't contact the girlfriend and ask if everything was okay and ask for her side, bro. I wouldn't be doing this. Me personally, I would leave this out of the video. I would just personally say I'm sorry to the girl for not contacting her and not getting her side of the story. I think I've said this, I think I said this already, but I think a big reason why she's not ending the relationship is because it came out without her own volition, like without her being able to handle this privately. Because like I said, it's probably giving her this false idea that now that it's out, one, the girls were in the wrong. The girls and Muujin were in the wrong in some capacity. So now he gets to have this little like victory lap. So now she feels like she has to side with him on one part. And then two, now that it's out, well, he can't cheat anymore. So he wouldn't do that to me. So it's probably giving her this like false idea in her mind that, oh, well, there's no way he's going to do it now. So I can stay with him. Which is already bad as is. I think this should have stayed private. I think this should have been something that she would have been able to at least come out by herself. Somebody should have contacted her and said like, hey, can we at least like, I want to be able to let the world, not the world, but let the, you know, community know that this guy has been cheating for a while. I want to hear your side of it. And at least I want to know if you're okay with that. That's what it should have been. 15 months. Jeez, Aaron. Good God. I didn't know you liked me that much. Oh.
That us having sex directly hurt their partner, made them depressed.
Why doesn't everyone cheat with everyone else in the giant writhing orgy? Jesus.
Ruined or at least endangered a 5-year-long relationship, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. That's simply not what I would have signed up for. And seeing that he's a public figure who used this public standing to get with these women after lying to them, it felt like this going.
There, he don't know what he did. Okay, he's doubling down, bro. He's doubling down. He's literally doubling down. When did he use his public status as a way to get these women? When did he do that? When in these messages did he ever say like, guys, hey guys, I'm Sykkuno, want to fuck me? When did he do that? You're just doubling down. You're not even sorry. You're not even sorry. Okay, bro. Okay.
Going public was going to be inevitable, but that doesn't mean that her feelings are not valid, because they are. When it comes to me, I did have a hand in spreading this to the public by releasing my video so quickly, and I simply had no right to do so. And for that,
there was just a better way this could have been
I've seen some
handled.
people's reactions to this announcement, and yeah, as you might expect, it's not sunshine and roses. This whole topic has been extremely polarizing on the internet to begin with, and the girlfriend in particular is getting hate thrown her way, with people calling her things like gold digger or Stockholm Syndrome victim for not leaving him. Here's the thing though.
What would be wrong with using your status to get hosed though? There's ways where it could definitely be wrong. Obviously using it as a way to pull like minors would be a bad circumstance. And obviously using your status as a way to pull, there's definitely people who use their status to manipulate people into things like sex and all this other stuff. But like I said, with the messages, I don't see in the messages where he's using his status, like where he's using the whole idea that he's a big creator. It's not like these women were like questionable about whether or not they wanted to do stuff with him. It's not like these women were like on the fence about like, should I really be doing this with you? And then he's like, come on. Using his status, saying like, I'll rate into you more. I'll give you more, like, I'll give you more of this. I'll give you more money if you stay with me or if you keep staying with me. Like, he never did that in the messages, at least from what I read. I never read a part where he ever was like, where these women were like, I don't know if this is the right thing to do. And then he was using that status to be like, well, I have like lots of following. I can help you. I can help grow your channel. I can help you in the space. Like, do this for me. Like, if he was doing stuff like that, I would definitely say that's pretty bad. Like, that's rough. But he never, I didn't see in any of the messages where that was happening. All of these women were very into him. Like, very into him, wanted to flirt with him, wanted to contact him, wanted to send him nudes, wanted to play video games with him. Like, nobody had an issue with any of this. I mean, nobody had an issue. It doesn't seem like any of these women felt like the need to be pushy against it. They very clearly wanted to be with him, but the consensus is that he lied about talking to other women and that he was with a girl already, which, like I said, I get it. Lying is bad and the cheating aspect is bad, and that is a really bad thing. But I wouldn't really consider that to be like using your platform or predatory or even manipulation, because all it was is that he's saying, no, I'm not seeing anybody right now. I'm not seeing anybody right now, which is obviously like lying, which lying is bad. But like I said, why the fuck would he say that? He has a massive platform. He has something to risk. Why the fuck would he say he has a girlfriend? Or why the fuck would he say, yeah, I'm talking to like 5 other women right now? Why would he do that? Like, that to me doesn't make any sense. Like, if he wants to cheat, he's not going to specifically state to multiple women that, hey, I'm cheating on my girlfriend with you. Like, why would he do that? If everyone was in one orgy, then doesn't that cancel out the cheating? Possibly. I'm wiggling and rubbing my belly for Marcus. Thank you. Like, I don't know.
What matters here is that Sykkuno stops his serial cheating streak and that he stops lying to women about him being single while turning them into homewreckers against their will. That's it. If she wants to stay, that's...
Even if he did sell these girls a dream, it wouldn't be a huge deal to anyone besides parasocial viewers. True.
It's her choice. She doesn't deserve to get nasty things said about her, though. I wish her the best, and I again would like to apologize if I directly contributed to any harm that she might have gone through.
Like, okay, I will admit that I do think lying about the whole not being with somebody or not seeing other people is definitely it is on a level, it is somewhat manipulative, but again, when it comes to cheating, that's just what happens. When somebody cheats, they're lying. Like, they obviously have to be lying. Nobody tells their girlfriend, hey, I'm going to go cheat on you. And then the girlfriend just goes like, okay. Like, at that point, is it really cheating? Like, they don't even care. You know what I mean? Like, at that point, who cares? But like, when somebody cheats, they're lying. And at the end of the day, like, unless this guy is using manipulation tactics to keep these women around, I just don't see like how he's being like obscenely predatory and manipulative. These women want to be with him. They're reciprocating. They're all old enough to be able to make these decisions. So at the end of the day, like, is he, is this like predatory? No. Is this like manipulative? Not really. Not really, man. How dare my Sykkuno have other women in his life? Fuck you, Sykkuno.
That was not my intention.
You were meant for me.
Look, ultimately, my favorite YouTuber growing up was PewDiePie. Yeah, I enjoyed his sense of humor, the fact that for the longest time, he was the sole runner of his channel, which gave him so much authenticity. But most of all, what I really liked about him was that he was not ashamed of being human. He would make mistakes, but when he would, he'd also sincerely apologize and work to learn from them. It's no secret that today, as a content creator...
So now you're gonna say that, oh, Sykkuno's apology wasn't good enough, blah, 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 blah. Listen, I don't think his apology is great, but what else do you want the guy I don't understand. What do you people want him to say? That's what I don't understand. He got caught for cheating. What is he supposed to say to that? Right? I'm just going to be honest. Like, listen, again, I'm not a big fan of cheating, but what is he supposed to say other than I'm sorry to my girlfriend and I want to do better? That's all he can say. Like, that's all he can do. OMG, I'm watching Marcus and Raven right now. This is awesome. Can we, like... I was going to say... This is a joke, by the way. This is a joke. Don't actually do this. Can we mass report his channel, actually, by the way? No, don't actually do that. Don't actually do that. Don't actually do that.
If you were to make a mistake, it would be so much easier to wait for it to die down in a week and then continue business as usual, as if nothing had happened. I was even advised by some to do exactly that and not release this video. And I understand why. It unfortunately works. But to me, it's simply the right thing to do, even if it leads to more scrutiny and people disliking me. I screwed up, I'm going to say sorry, and I will improve. So what am I going to change exactly? Well, to start, I'll never give another exception to scoop or exclusive info. I will do what I've always done on this channel and talk about things that have already played out in public. I don't care if a 5-star general gives me info about World War III starting tomorrow. I will make the video.
10-4 over and out. See, Muujin, here's the problem. You're literally being... I love this part when he's like, the reason why I love PewDiePie so much is he's so real. He apologizes and he's so real about it. Brother, there were multiple times in this video where you were like, I think she should have actually left him. I think it's kind of crazy that she didn't. It's like, brother, if you feel bad, if you actually feel bad, you would just say, listen, man, I fucked up. I labeled him a predator. That was a bad idea. Looking over it and listening to everybody, maybe that wasn't the right thing to say. I shouldn't have said that. The guy's just a serial cheater, and that's obviously, to me, that's obviously bad, and I think people should see it as bad, but I fucked up. The way I published the story was bad, and it fucked it up. Just say you're sorry and that you're not going to fuck stories like this up again. That's really all you have to say. You don't have to go into detail as to why. You could just basically point out that you mislabeled him and the way you came about it was bad. You don't have to go any crazier than that, man. It's simple. Super simple. Not yet. Big things coming soon.
I also realized how much you guys value my objectivity. I understand that I'm not perfect at it. And
not yet is insane.
But I'll always strive to present information to you in the most balanced way possible so that you can, in the end, form your own.
Oh God, is woman
finally,
pregnant.
No matter how much this channel grows, I'll always ask you to be honest with me, and I promise to take accountability when needed, just like how I'm doing right now. So look, if the last video was a deal breaker for you and you want to unsubscribe, then I completely understand. But I won't let you leave without thanking you first.
Nah, this guy doesn't have the balls, man. This guy doesn't have the balls, man. You better fucking... I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this, man. I want to hear you get up and say, if you leave my channel, you're a bitch. If you leave, you're a bitch. You're a fucking bitch if you leave. Come on, have the balls. Have the cojones, Muujin. I will say this. Every content creator makes a fucking mistake. I don't think this Muujin guy is like evil because he made this one mistake. He obviously did something stupid, but I mean, it is what it is. We all fuck up stories from time to time. I don't think it's the end of the world.
Again someday. On the other hand, if you're planning to stick around for future content, then I'd like to thank you so much for
Jimbo
allowing me
Jr.
to make a mistake.
True.
I say this all the time when I stream, but not a day goes by where I take any of this for granted. And the fact that so many of you watch me, whether you're driving home, chilling at work, doing chores, knitting, or just eating, I'm so honored to be able to make your day a bit less mundane with
what
my
old
videos.
hag
It's
is
truly
knitting?
a blessing. Thank you. I also would like to thank my Discord mods, my friends, and my viewers who reached out during this time. It meant a lot, and I really appreciate it. The Sykkuno video was live for a week, so I'll keep this video live for a week as well. However, I do plan to private the original video as soon as this video gets uploaded. I hope to be back sooner rather than later, continuing to make videos that you enjoy at the level of quality that you expect of me. As always, thank you so much for watching until the end, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video.
Knitting and nodding right now. Okay. It was an okay video. I don't think it's like bad or good or anything. There's multiple parts where I think he should have not said what he said. But I mean, it's not like he doubled down or anything. He did apologize, I guess. So it's something. It's definitely something. Raven is streaming, question mark? Yeah, Raven's been getting into the streaming game. You know what? Fuck it. We'll raid into Raven. We'll raid into him when I'm done. We'll raid into him. Let Raven in? Does Raven want in? Raven's completely raped. Raven is completely raped. After reading both the private and public apologies, I do not feel reassured. This is part of why I'm choosing to share my experience now. I also believe people can make more informed decisions when they have more context, not less. Sykkuno became my friend when I was 17 and he was 28. Nothing inappropriate happened at that time, but that history shaped the trust I had in him later. This is very personal and yes, embarrassing thing to share. I did get played. I was naive, gullible, and stupid. However, if I can prevent even one other girl from a situation like this, then it's worth it. I also want other girls to know they aren't alone. I know I'm flawed. I'm a flawed individual, and my actions may not make sense to others. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I tried my best to explain things concisely, but perhaps I could have explained my thoughts and process more. Let's go ahead and read this. Call me in. What's this guy want? What's this guy want?
This is not good.
What's this guy want?
Okay. Hello, Marcus?
What's this guy want? What does he want?
Why are you threatening to mass report my channel?
Because you deserve it.
Why do I deserve it?
I don't think you'd like the answer if I said why.
Is it because I'm black?
Oh, dude, spot on. Holy shit.
Wow, I thought we were tight, Marcus. I thought we were tight.
No, we are tight. I love you, man. You're awesome.
Then why are you threatening this? What if I...
It's like friendly banter. Can I not have fun? Can I not have a little fun?
What if I hire 100 Indians to mass report your channel? Would you like that?
That'd be...
That wouldn't be very funny, wouldn't it, Marcus?
It would. Okay, it'd be kind of funny. It'd be kind of funny. I can't lie. That's a lot of Indians.
A lot of it. You have a problem with the Indians, Marcus.
That's just a lot of Indians.
Hey, Marcus, did you know that, like, in the very start of my stream, I was actually muted for, like, 5 minutes?
Do you have it all down? Are you figuring things out?
Yeah, I'm figuring it out. I'm playing a crab game.
A crab game? What kind of crab game?
You go around shooting things, like a crab roguelike.
Oh, I think I know what
really
game you're
fun.
talking about.
It's called Crab Champions, Marcus.
Oh, look at you, man. Are you winning?
Yeah, I'm winning.
Well,
You were supposed to raid into me.
I'm gonna raid. I'll raid into you. If you have it turned on, you better make sure it's turned on.
I have to turn it on. How do I turn it on?
Okay, so in the YouTube studios, in the settings, is it in the settings? Let me double check. Let me make sure.
Will I have to redo my stream?
No, you could just turn it on. I think on stream. I don't think you have to redo the stream. Let me go to the settings. Just make sure. There should be a way to... Chat, do you guys know? I can't remember, bro. It's been so long.
Dude, Jimmy was supposed to tell me this, but Jimmy betrayed me.
Well, that Jimmy guy, he's kind of mean.
He is very mean. All he did for my first stream was just snark me.
That's so rude. Why would he do that?
I know. I don't.
Well, I apologize. I actually can't remember how you do it. I forgot where it is. It's somewhere in the YouTube studios. You're able to just switch a thing on that says allow raids. It's been a while since I've had to turn it on, so I actually can't remember.
Jimmy's snarking me right now. I'll just figure it out, Mark.
This Jimmy guy seems like this Jimmy guy doesn't seem like a nice guy, in my opinion.
He's my co-host. Okay.
Oh, he's your co-host.
I heard Raven. This is true. I'm white and straight. Chill on
at least,
Jimmy.
I
Marcus.
will say, at least you guys have like a nice little ethnic, like little group, you know?
Too many people of color.
What's wrong with that?
A lot.
I think that's cool. I think having a lot of Mexicans and blacks is cool.
So you think I should like let in?
It's a little stink. It could get a little stinky. Yeah, that's true.
See, Marcus. Soul Skibbity is my only minority in chat.
Ooh, Soul Skibbity?
Yeah.
Isn't that guy like raped?
Yeah, he's super raped.
Oh. Oh.
Jimmy just doesn't go live anymore. You know this, right?
I knew that Jimmy was I knew he liked to stream. I knew that was his whole thing. Why doesn't he stream anymore? I think Jimmy should stream again. Isn't he like fun? Isn't he a good streamer? Doesn't everybody love him?
Everyone loves Jimmy, right?
Yeah, who would hate Jimmy? I don't know. I don't know who would hate Jimmy.
But he only streamed for 2 hours yesterday.
No, so he streams. You lied.
He only
You
streamed
said
for
he doesn't
2 hours. And then at the end of his stream, he said he doesn't like his viewers anymore.
Well, what's his viewers like? That's a good question. My viewers are awesome. I have great viewers.
They're really kind, right? They show nothing but love to Jimmy.
Then what's wrong?
And then he just says he wants all his viewers to die. I don't know.
Oh, that's messed up. My audience is so kind. They're so kind and caring. It's awesome. I love it.
He just said in my chat right now, you're not obligated to die. You know how bad that is?
I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that
I don't either.
Well, this Jimmy guy seems pretty cool, actually. This Jimmy guy seems pretty cool. I hope one day he comes back and he grows and becomes the biggest streamer in the community. I hope that's what happens.
Everyone wishes the best for Jimmy.
Same with Soul Skibbity. I hope one day he stops driving trucks.
Soul Skibbity's never coming back.
I hope he stops being a truck driver, and I hope he just quits that whole job in general and just streams only.
Soul, you hear this? Marcus snark stops now. Jimmy said he will stop snarking.
Wow, look at this. We're all getting somewhere. We're all becoming like bubbies.
Bubbies. Ew, Marcus. You're a pedophile, dude. You're like an actual pedophile. You know this?
Soul should do dash cam live? That's true. That's true, actually. Soul should just stream from the truck.
All right, I just turned it on.
What the fuck is a puppy?
It's
like a friend.
Oh,
it's like a friend.
Yeah, Bubby is friend.
Yeah, Bubby means friend.
Marcus, but I don't think it was cool how you just like snark me all the time. When I show you nothing but love, I think you should be put down like the bad dog you are.
Holy shit. What? New gens. Put down is a bit extreme, don't you think?
No, it's not extreme at all, actually.
No. Well, I'm not snarking you. I actually love Raven. Raven Collie is pretty cool. He's a pretty cool guy.
I don't like this Raven. I hate Raven, actually.
I think Raven is a nice guy. I think he deserves love and affection.
Even this game is so fuck you, Soul. No, we don't need Soul to come back, Marcus. We don't need it.
You don't think like some like what is it called? Car, like what is it called? Truck streams? You don't think those would be fun? Watching him drive around in his truck? You don't think that'd be fun?
It would be fun, but we don't need Soul Skibbity to come back. We could have Gamma do truck streams since Gamma's a car guy.
He is a car guy. I guess that's true. Maybe Gamma should be the one. Because
Little
you see,
car
like, Nate,
Mexican.
because, like, Nate's the only other one, and listen, Nate's a nice guy, but I don't think that'd be an entertaining stream.
It would be really boring.
But Soul's just got energy, you know? He's got a lot of pent-up energy.
No, Soul runs away when the times get hard.
Maybe he'll learn. Maybe he'll learn
He doesn't learn from his mistakes at all. He tried to fuck Kinetic Kel, you know this, man.
Wait, actually?
Yes, actually.
Man, how down bad was he? I mean, that's rough.
He was like flirting with
man.
Kel and Kel's friend on stream.
Oh, dude, does he know she's like a big fat pig now? Does he know that?
Yes, he does know this. He was even trying to flirt with another fat pig.
Oh my goodness.
Her name was Thy Tempest. You know this one, right?
My Tempest? Who's that? I actually don't.
Tempest.
Thy Tempest?
Yes.
Who's that? I don't know who that is.
I
don't know the Thy Tempest drama. Is there
it. You gotta watch Aiden's stream, bro. It's awesome. Raven, Dragon Soul Skivity. Dragon Soul Skivity. So we're in Marcus calls right now.
Kel put the weight back on. Oh man, she went to like rehab after drinking, and she packed on the weight, man. She packed.
Dude, she said she was too young to drink or something. So just join Marcus server.
If he wants to call in a different one, that's fine.
Will you join it?
Yeah.
Marcus?
Are you just sitting Donda, right?
Yeah. Here. Let's move over to Dom.
This is crazy, Snark. This is crazy. Dude.
Hello?
Raven. In my defense, I did not flirt with Cal. I flirted with a friend, and I got a date with her friend to Legoland, which I then bailed on because it's in California.
You bailed on it?
To tap them both?
Yeah. No, not them both, Raven. You fuck. Oh,
okay,
no.
okay.
No.
I can't lie. If he let him on and then just didn't go, that's kind of funny.
Dude, I had like I scheduled an interview with Kinetic Cal because I wanted to ask her, how did rehab get on,
He was supposed to let me onto that stream, but he never did.
So her friend was in the background, so I had more interest in her friend. And I won. She called me handsome.
Wow.
So, do you think you're a handsome fellow?
I don't know. That's not for me to decide. That's for the huzz to decide, Raven.
Mira, if Mira's still here.
Maybe Mira can be the deciding factor. Maybe can Mira be the deciding factor of whether or not he's like a handsome boy?
Mira's a bad judge of character, man.
Oh my God. The only redeeming quality of Kel is her desperation, says Spoons.
Raven, you said that I flirted with Thigh Tempest. Didn't you get $25 from her for food?
This is true, but like I didn't flirt with her. You did.
Nor did I, bro.
People are able to donate to you?
Yeah.
You have that ability?
No. This is like months ago.
Oh.
You weren't there for the Aiden stream. It was kind of awesome.
He pulled
out right after. Right after, like
the I want food.
Dude.
I'm hungry, Thigh Tempest. Give me money for food.
I did not beg. I did not. No. I will silence you right now, so I did not beg.
Sleepy.
The
Sleepy's
messages are out there for. The messages are out there for everyone to view, and it's really clear I did not beg at all.
Yeah, but you also didn't turn down the money. You also didn't turn down the money.
Yeah, I did in VC. What?
What do you mean, dude? No, you didn't.
We
The DM,
VCs
she's like,
before.
do you want money for food? Do you want money for food? And you're like, you never said no. You never said no, Raven.
Well, I got a question. I have a question. Why do you guys not like? You guys don't think Sleepy's a good looking guy?
Sleepy is fugly, dude.
Oh come on!
Actually, I wouldn't put it like that. I wouldn't put it like that. No.
Oh come on!
Sleepy
like
isn't my
American Dad.
type. Sleepy isn't my
He looks
type.
like American Dad.
He looks like American Dad.
This is the one thing me and Soul can agree on, like ever.
Yeah, but I don't know if American Dad is like.
American Dad is
Ugly.
like the best comparison, dude.
Yeah, but
Pull
is,
up American Dad.
I don't know if American Dad's like
Hold
ugly.
on. Soul, can you send me those pictures you sent of like Sleepy right next to American Dad so I can pull them up?
I'll put him in Don though. I'll put him in Don the chat.
Okay.
Let me see.
Of all your favorite content creators.
Hold on. Let me pull this up.
He's not that bad. Like he does got a, his jaw is obviously insane.
Dude, has he like broken it in the past? You know, if you like break something in the past, it usually comes back stronger. You know. I don't know if
Maybe that's just how he's built, but I mean, he's he looks like he's a decent looking guy.
I know, man. I know. I just did. It's the jaw. I don't know. It's too much. It's too much jaw.
Oh, maybe we're onto something. The other woman in chat said, "Ew, not the facial hair." Maybe
there you go, Raven.
Maybe he isn't attractive.
Miratazapine, I'm telling you, she's a bad judge of character.
Maybe that's true. Maybe Mira's just into really like ugly guys.
Well, she is, yeah. She, I think because Sleepy, I don't know. He just reminds me of like Parry if he lost all the weight. I'm like what Parry would look like.
Well, he's like a looks maxer. Sleepy is.
Yeah, exactly. If Parry did that, he's look
like
exactly
a Chad.
like.
Are you guys afraid of a Chad?
Yeah. I don't know about Raven, but I'm terrified.
I think he should actually get longer hair. I think that would be better.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. It looks like he's got a filter on. Sleepy. It looks.
It's
like
possible. Yeah, he might be putting filters on. That's a possibility.
That's what Benzin said.
Hey, that's possible.
But yeah.
Well,
it was muted. That's great.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, Raven, why do you keep muting yourself?
Shut up.
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you, Marcus?
Like, how many streams in are we, and you still can't get this shit down?
You
still
filthy
can't get
like
this shit
dog,
down?
dude. I hope you die, Marcus. I actually do hope you die.
Whoa.
Next stream
that's a bit
will
much.
be a snark. Next stream will be a snark stream on Marcus, and it will be about you being a pedophile.
Raven, you're playing crab game. You're playing a crab game. Why can't you play the real crab game?
Because I don't enjoy that game.
That game's awesome. Marcus, have you heard of crab game?
I think I know what crab game. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a better game than this fucking autistic shit Raven's playing.
So then, why don't you go live and play it?
Yeah, let me tune into what he's doing right now. Let me see what. Yeah, well, let me see his crap game.
It's fucking rough.
Oh.
The graphics look like Fortnite, and it just.
Oh yeah, this is not the best game.
You guys are always just hating on me. Crap.
Well, Raven, you can't play anything better than this.
I wanted to play this. Whoops, I'm dead.
You either play this or Tetris. There's no in between.
You're not even. I'd understand if maybe you were good at this game, but you're not even good.
I am early into the run with horrible fucking items. Thank you, Marcus.
This is just devastating. It's rough looking at you just sell.
My bad, Marcus.
This is like that one game. Fuck, what is it called? What is it called? God damn it. Risk of Rain. This is like Risk of Rain.
Ooh.
But like crab.
Ooh.
You can't just play Risk of Rain. You have to play crab game.
Yeah, I have to play crab game.
But the Risk of Rain game is better.
I don't want to play Risk of Rain right now.
Or can you just not afford it?
Okay, nigga. Now I'm playing Risk of Rain.
Is this a free game, Raven? Is this game free, Raven? Or do you need 10
no.
to pay for you?
So
So
I will let you snark me when you stop running from everyone. Okay? I'll let you snark me then. Aiden, Icy, you
Dude, I
ran,
got banned.
you
I
run.
got banned twice.
I'm
What
actually
the hell?
curious. I
Run
thought
all
you
the
were done with
time.
the whole community, Soul. I thought you were done.
Yeah, and look at where he is now, going back on his word.
No, I thought that too, Marcus, but I kind of drip fed myself back, and it's kind of rough.
It's kind of rough, he says.
No, I just hang out in Donda chat, and I guess it's kind of rough.
I guess that's okay.
Soul Skibbity was like awfully upset about you know, being banned from IC.
Yeah, I did nothing wrong.
You spammed his
I don't know what he
chat.
did, but I'm not gonna. I don't think I want to dive into it.
Go Kato's allowed in. I'm not. Raven's
Well,
not.
I mean, to be fair, Goat is
Simply
like
because you went into his chat and started spamming.
So did you.
Yeah, and I got banned too, and I wasn't complaining about it.
Yeah, but like his chat and icy chat are two different things. Don't you think?
No, I would expect if I was expecting to get banned after raiding his stream with 60 alt accounts.
Dude, I only did like 2 alt accounts, man.
Aiden is definitely woman biased. Yeah, no, I think it's.
This is true.
I think that is true. I think he just really
Aiden
likes
wants the
Goat still.
Kato. Aiden wants Kato Kitty again.
Well, he did
wants to
try and
try to
grow a
slide back in.
mustache. He tried to grow a mustache to look like Giving, but everyone mocked him for it. So he
Yeah,
saved
I think he still thinks he has a chance.
Oh my god, Soul Skibbity.
What?
You have to be lying.
Is this inaccurate?
Dude, Green had a little talk with you about being obsessive over this Aiden fella.
You brought him up. What do you want me to do?
Soul's talking about Aiden again. Man.
You brought him up. All right, man. All right. Okay.
Marcus, I'm not too broke. No.
I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're not broke.
I hate
Raven,
you, Marcus.
Raven, you were saying in Donda that you want to buy an SUV.
Oh my god. Yeah, I do.
Is that with your money or Thai Tempest money?
Aiden's stubble is terrible.
Of
Wait,
course.
does he have one like now? Does he have a stubble now?
Yes, surprisingly.
Okay, let me see this.
I'm not restarting Risk of Rain. Okay. What? Okay. Do I play Tetris?
Yeah, it was like a few days ago. He shaved all of his stubble, but just like kept the mustache bit. It's kind of
He kind of looks like he's aging a little.
He is. Yeah, I guess.
Soul Skibbity is aging. Did you know this?
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
He's aging pretty
Oh,
poorly.
Dude, wait, Aiden, actually, this is bad.
Show us.
What was he thinking? What was he why does he have just like a it's weak too. It's not even like a big stash or anything.
Oh
it's just like a
my
little baby
god,
stash.
Here, look at Donda. Look what Jimmy said.
Hold on, I'm pulling this up right now. I'm pulling this up. But I'll just take a screenshot.
Like it's just not even a good stash or anything. It's just weak. It's gross.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not good, is it?
This is actually like horrible, man. This is horrible.
Yeah, no,
Jimmy, can you call in and explain?
Hi, John.
Jimmy's pretty close to this Aiden guy. He even acts like Aiden's top guy, just like David.
I mean,
And I heard Marcus
Aiden's
was a fan of the singer David too.
Oh, I love him.
You love him.
I love him, man. He didn't do it.
You do it.
I
Did
don't
you
listen
do
to
it?
Rap. I'm not a rapper.
Astro John says, "Hey, what's up, Soul Skibbity?"
Dude, I like Astro John, man.
Soul, go live.
No.
Go
I'm not
live,
going
Soul.
on, but it's not gonna happen.
Why not?
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen, Raven. It's been fun, but I'm gonna let you play your shitty ass little fucking crab game.
You know what, Marcus? Kill yourself. Oh.
David and Sykkuno are innocent and homies. True. True. So true. This actually is a bad look. Let me just, like, let me look through this. Because, like, okay, I have, like, facial hair. I have, like, facial hair. I have a whole ass, like, beard and, like, mustache and shit. I have, like, a whole ass, like, I got the whole thing. I got the whole thing. I do got to trim the mustache down, though. It's a bit long right now. It's a bit long. This is just devastating, though. I mean, seeing this, I mean, this is just not, like, this is just not okay. And then the other problem I have is we go to the more recent one. And I mean, he just, like, I don't know what's going on with his hair, and he just, like, he looks like he's just aging. And I don't know why. I don't know how. He looks like he's already getting wrinkles and everything. That was a messed up thing to say. I might report that guy. No, it's okay. It's okay. Like, this is just a rough look. I mean, this is just not good. Whatever happened to the Aiden that we knew and loved, man? He's trying so desperately to look a certain way so he can pull this goat Kato woman. We just got to pull him out. I mean, we got to pull him out. Bad haircut plus bloated. I know, dude. Like, look at this. The Jewish don't age very well. Unfortunate, man. He just needs some ashwagandha. He just needs some ashwagandha. Yeah, no. I just feel bad. I have, like, actual facial hair. Like, you know, at least Sleepy's got, like, he's got a mustache, you know? He's got the ability to have the stash. Me personally, with the jawline, I don't think it looks great. I do think he could probably do without. He's looked the same for like 10 years. You didn't see that? You don't see how bad the hair looks? His head looks like, on the right side, it looks kind of like it's like dented a little. And his hair is just, it's just all over. It's just all over the place, man. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at. This rate, he'll be a goblin within a decade. Yeah, that's definitely possible. He's not on this level. Listen, I'm going to be honest. And maybe call me a glazer, call me gay. I think Sleepy's a good looking guy. I mean, I can see women being like, you know, just head over heels for this. Like, I can see it. Like, he's just, you know, he's literally just born with the looks max. He's like a Chad. He was born with the looks maxing, like, jawline. He's got the jawline and everything. Oh my goodness. Maybe I'm getting a little flustered here. Maybe too much. Maybe I'm getting a little too flustered. I gotta get back on track here. Jeez. Oh boy. I was staring into those eyes and everything, man. Oh my goodness. Google image search Lego head. Okay. Lego head. Stop. That's mean. Don't say that. Don't say that. His face proportions are off, but if they were more balanced, then it would look okay. It's now it's just too much. Soul and Raven just don't see the vision. I guess not. I guess they just don't see the vision. I mean, I can't be one to talk. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I look all that like I'm not like a handsome guy, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm okay. I'm like an okay looking dude. I'm like fine. I'm literally like fine. That's about it. Let's go ahead and read. This document is a personal account of my experience. A lot of our communication occurred over calls, so there is limited written evidence. I've tried to include as much as I can. Readers can use their own judgment. Before people read this and dismiss it as more of the same drama, part of why I'm making my experience public now is because both his private and public apologies have left me feeling unsettled. Okay. I'm definitely not one to talk. It's fine, John. He's not ugly, but that jaw is very jarring. It's something, you know, it's definitely something. Bite that'd be too overpowered for this space, especially. Bit that'd be overpowered for this space, especially. Are you talking about his... I think a beard would balance the face, though. Mira's just, like, fantasizing, man. It's kind of scary. Like Mira is just like... Mira is just a... She is head over heels, man. Head over heels. Okay, so already I'm noticing a problem with this document, and that's that this person is already briefing us that before people read this and dismiss it as more of the same drama. Part of why I'm making my experience public now is because both his private and public apologies have left me feeling unsettled. So you're already specifying that this might not even have enough to suggest he's even worse. So this is already probably going to be underwhelming as fuck. And it's just going to be more of you claiming like, oh, feel bad for me. He was me. He led me on. Blah, whatever. Uh-oh. To me, they have often felt more like explanations or excuses than meaningful accountability. That has been part of what pushed me to speak because I do not personally feel reassured that there has been genuine reflection, and I would rather others in the space have more information than less. This is also suggesting that you're like a victim. This is also suggesting that you're like a victim when, again, I can't stress enough that it's the girlfriend that's the victim, not you. Like, I feel like these... I'm not trying to be rude, but I feel like these women are taking this stance like as if they are a victim of something. You are literally just the mistress, man. Like, that's it. I don't know what else to say. Like, sorry, I guess. This isn't meant to promote harassment, hate, or negativity towards anyone involved. I'm sharing it to provide context for my experience and to highlight patterns that stood out to me. After reading all the public statements from other girls, I found myself reflecting on these events and how I feel. I understand his girlfriend did not want the initial story to be made public, and I reached out to her beforehand as a courtesy. With so much in the open, I feel that I have the right to share my story as I've been left feeling used and misled. I will be talking about some very personal things here, which are quite frankly embarrassing to share, but I feel are pertinent to understand why I feel so deeply affected by this. What? TLDR, I became friends with him when I was a minor. This is also something that's very rubbing me the wrong way. I don't like that she's emphasizing that they knew each other when she was 17, because unless there was something sexual between these two when she was 17 years old, or like up until she turned 18, then I would understand mentioning it, but it almost feels like you're throwing it out there so that people can be like, ugh, what a creep, even though it seems like you were in the space at 17 and multiple creators probably knew you at 17. Which wouldn't really suggest that there's anything weird or anything going on. It seems like you entered the space and were part of the space at around that age. And we remained friendly for several years. More recently, he made advances towards me and told me he was not involved with anyone else. I later found out that that was not true. Had I known, okay, so I think I'm right. I think they started talking when she was like 22. Which again, I don't know why you're mentioning that you met each other when you were 17. It feels feels very disingenuous. It feels like you're, I don't know, like it's information that just doesn't need to be thrown in there. They are a victim of not bagging Sykkuno. They thought they had exclusive ownership. Sykkuno for the streets, true. I wouldn't, had I known, I wouldn't have become involved beyond a friendship due to the past trauma. Okay, due to past trauma. Okay, dude, whatever. I'm sharing this because from what I experienced and what I've heard, this did not feel like an isolated situation. Also, I know mucho texto and pages, but fear not, most of it is just Discord DMs, sort of. Okay, this is a list of how many pages? Oh my, 47. Okay. Please let this be meaningful. We met through a mutual friend who connected us, and he reached out to me first. This was before I became a VTuber. Okay, this was before I became a VTuber, so I have censored my old account's name and profile picture. So this is from probably a friend, mutual friend that like was a streamer themselves that knew you or something, and you were planning on doing streaming and stuff. I want to be very clear that he did not do anything explicit with me while I was a minor. Our conversations were casual. We talked about games like Ark Knights and Animal Crossing, playing Ark together, and just chatted. I'm including some screenshots for context. I'm including this because I think it is relevant to the overall dynamic. There is about an 11-year age difference between us. So when I was 17, he was around 28. All screenshots in this section are from when I was underage. Again, why do you keep bringing it up unless he did something sexual? I don't get it, man. This just makes the document look worse because you're emphasizing so much on the fact that you guys met when you were 17 and he was 28. Yes, that's a big gap. I agree. That is a big gap. But unless this guy was like being really like weird with you, then I don't really understand why it matters. Because it's not like he, like once you turned 18 was immediately like, oh, wanna fuck? He didn't message you sexually until you were 22 from what I've heard. 22! That's like 5 years. Or is it? Yeah, that's like 5 years difference. You got to know the guy for 5 years before he even made an advance on you or even contacted you in that way. Marcus, you have a license to kill? I do. Crazy how you know that. That's ball knowledge right there. That is literally ball knowledge. That's insane. But wait, why are you messaging me? I heard, no way. He said, I heard you like Ark Knights and you were blank friend. Sorry, never mind. Dog, I don't know if I can do this. He talks like this, like unironically, man. No, I do. I just didn't expect you to talk to me. Yes, I'm a slave for all the waifus and husbands. Oh my god, okay. Maybe this is a bit strange. Maybe this, what am I doing? What are we doing here? Yes, and so is my wallet, but yes, I like Ark Knights and I am blank friend. Hi, lol, alright, I added you. About 4K hours on it and is a PvP god, so we'll get carried, yay. Oh god, yeah, I actually don't know anyone who plays. I bought the game a while ago to play with a friend I had, but they never talked to me again, so... We need a voice actor. What's Ark Knights? Actually, yeah, what is Ark Knights? The Deku VA read his apology. I know, they read the apology. It was awesome. It's a fun game. I don't think I'm that fun. You're super nice and easy to talk to, though, so thanks you. That was actually my first time playing. No, I'm sorry. It's okay. Don't worry. Well, you have me now. The only reason I will stop talking to you is if I get kidnapped. Well, that goes... Why would you say that? What the fuck? There's the way these people talk to each other is so weird, man. Like, what? If I get kidnapped, well, that goes for all my friends, really, because I have nothing to do but talk to them. So, yeah, if I don't respond, call the FBI. All right. Unless I'm the one doing the... Hold on. I'm ringing the bells, maybe. Hey, wait a minute. I'm ringing the bells. Hold on. Hold on. We might have something on our hands here. What did I just read? What am I reading? What the fuck am I reading? Is this Riz? What am I reading? Unless I'm the one doing the kidnapping? Okay. Okay. All right, put me in the suitcase. What? I will illegally go to Cali. No need to pay. It's called saving money. At least... Does he even know her age? I'm not sure. Maybe he's not aware of the age at this time. At least you wouldn't need to fight for arm room. I always get stuck in the middle on planes. Finally, I'll have a space all to myself. First class flying. I don't know if my suitcase is large enough to lol. I'm just sending you random videos I have saved, honestly. Oh, so this is what you are. This is what you're into? Huh? Wait, did I say something? Did I sow something wrong? I'm sorry, huh? You didn't? I was just messaging with a little, with you. I was messing with you a little. Sorry. I don't know. It's fine. I'm just, the jokes go over my head. Again, I was a minor at this time. I understand at the end of the day, these were just jokes, but looking back, him making jokes that I now feel have sexual connotations from the get-go feels very off-putting. You know what? I'm not gonna lie, man. This actually kind of looks rough. Because if he knows this girl's age, unless I'm the one doing the kidnapping, talking about how I'll fly out to Cali. Dog, this looks rough. This actually does look kind of bad. I thought this was just like friendly communication. I didn't realize there was like jokes that could very much seem very flirtatious. We haven't seen any evidence that he knows her age at this point. That is true, though. That is true. When Froyo? Very soon. If there's no evidence of him knowing the age at the time, then it's possible that he just assumed this person was of age, because I'm assuming the friend is of age as well. So he might have just been under the assumption this person was of age, and then maybe he finds out. Because apparently, because according to her, he only hits her up in terms of sexually like years later. Which I find to be weird. Why would he flirt with you now and then stop and then hit you up years later? I guess. He's 28, which is rough. If this is like genuine flirtatiousness, like, you know what I mean? If he's being like flirtatious, 17, 28, that's kind of crazy. Again, I was a minor at the time. I understand. Oh, okay, we already read that. What? So you're going to poke me like one time, then the dinosaur will kill me. So is he referring to a game? Wait, how are you responding while streaming? Also, your hair looks nice today. Multitasking. Thanks. I didn't really do anything to it. Yes, with... These people don't talk with English. Like, this isn't English. Koopla has better English than this. Koopla has better English. Dang it. I look like a hobo because of the quarantine. I need a haircut. My hair used to be pretty short, but now it's growing out. Nah, your hair is fine. What do you mean? It looks like it annoys your eyes, but other than that. Do you prefer your hair short or long? On me, short, easier to maintain, and doesn't like swamp my face as much. Oh, yeah, shorter is nice, I think. I used to have shorter long hair and was so hard to wash and maintain. What about you? I prefer shorter too, actually. I think long hair can look nice, though. But shorter hair is nicer for hugs. Huh? I cheated on my wife of 40 years. I don't know, just feeling reckless. Okay, wait a minute. Come on, man. This actually looks kind of rough. What is he saying? I prefer shorter too, actually. I think long hair can look nice. Sorry, where is it? But shorter hair is nicer for hugs and stuff. Big letters. I don't know. But both are good. Huh? What are we saying? But shorter hair is nicer for hugs and stuff. Are we good? I mean, for you. Oops, caps, sorry. But yes, both are good. Oh, for me, I prefer shorter-ish, I guess. Not like super short, but not like super long. Fair. So like normal length guy hair? Lol. Yeah, normal, I guess. I don't know. During this time, I was a face cam streamer. He would sometimes pop into my stream. I never thought much about his comments on my appearance while I was a minor, but going back and reading things like shorter hair is nicer for hugs and stuff, and the implication in it makes me feel disgusted. I had short hair at this time. Bro, I can't lie. I'm on this girl's side. The only thing I want to know is, like, did he know she was 17? Oh, wait, here we go. Wait. Hey there, you are invited to my 18th party. Since I can't have one IRL, I will be having one with my friends in chat. I will be doing doodles, Jackbox, and other fun stuffs. Decided if I can't... So he knew. So this is confirmation. He had to have known. Decided if I can't have a party, may as well have one big one online, if that makes sense. If you are free, you're warmly welcomed. When is this? Sunday? Dude, the way they talk is... Dog. She doesn't make it clear prior to the invite. Then we time skipped more recent stuff. Wait. Why is she blocking the date? Birthday? Oh, maybe she's blocking the date for birthday reasons? When is this? Sunday. Oh god, it's at 5 a.m. my time. Maybe I can come near the end, maybe. Come. Just into the streamer. IRL. What are we saying? Yeah, because it goes on till 10 p.m., which is 2 p.m. your time, I think. Oh, yeah, I should be there near the end then. I'm assuming he means the stream then. I appreciate it. Obviously, don't feel obligated, though. I totally understand. Here I invite him to my 18th birthday celebration. I censored the months because I don't want my exact birth date to be public knowledge. I want to keep as much personally identifiable information as possible private, given how I am sharing so many other deeply personal things further in the document. Yeah, doesn't want to disclose her birthday. Yeah, date of birth. Yeah, I don't know. So I get it. I understand. Same to you, though. You seem super friendly, so don't let people, you know, take advantage or something, too. Excuse me? Okay. Why I trusted him. I knew him for over 5 years, and we would communicate sporadically throughout the entire time and play games here and there. I had never heard anything bad about him. I had only positive interactions with him. He was a respected content creator in the space. My bad, I just brapped. I didn't want to do it. I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying not to brap on the... I'm trying not to brap into the mic, okay? I'm trying to be a respectful person. He was, sorry, his persona on streams was very wholesome. He was flirty, but nothing over the top. And honestly, it usually didn't even pick up, I usually didn't even pick up on it. When Peak became popular, he started inviting me into group lobbies. After that, we ended up gaming together pretty regularly, both on and off stream. Sometimes it was just the two of us. Other times, one of his friends would join in. He also opened up to me about personal things, his family, his childhood, and experiences he hadn't shared publicly. At one point, he even gave me his phone number, which felt like a clear sign that he trusted me. Okay, well, Peak started in about like 2023, 2024, so she was an adult. She was way into being an adult at that time. Brap? Oh yeah, you weren't around for the Brap days, Koopla. You weren't around for the Brap days. Relevant personal context. I dropped out of school. Okay. You know, chat, you see what I'm talking about when I talk about how streamers are, you know, this is what I'm saying. Nothing against this girl, right? But I dropped out of school at the age of 15 due to being extremely mentally unwell. 15? 15? Oh. You didn't even make it out of freshman year. Like, brother didn't even make it out of freshman year. Brap house. Oh, yeah, Brap house. I'm not a very balanced individual, and anyone who has interacted with me for longer than 10 minutes would be able to tell I struggled with autism, ADHD, OCD, GAD, and an eating disorder. These are not meme illnesses I've been collecting like Pokemon badges, but real conditions that have been medically diagnosed by professionals. I would love nothing more than to be a normal fucking individual. I also have the self-confidence of a wet rag. I was very honest about this with him and talked about my low self-esteem and body issues. Okay. Here it's mandatory. You can drop out of school. Honestly, I think, can you drop out of school whenever here? I feel like, I'm pretty sure if a parent says, I don't want my kid going to school, they could just pull them out whenever they feel like. You don't even have to send your kid to school. Like, you literally don't have to do that. Because you have to sign your kids up for school, if I'm not mistaken. So, like, you don't have to send them to school even. You could just, like, leave them at home all day. She has body issues because she's a whale. Man, don't be mean. Come on. Come on, that's mean. All right, don't be mean. What the fuck? Weird laws? Well, I mean, to be fair, America's like home of the, you know, free, whatever. So the whole idea of like forcing kids to go to school or forcing them to go to a school would be not free. You know what I mean? Like, it's not freeing to let people have that decision. But I feel like that's kind of silly because parents end up deciding what their kids end up doing anyways. So at that point, just make them go to school. At that point, just like make it mandatory. But I don't know. The USA rules on school are crazy. You can just drop out in high school. Like, what the fuck? Oh, I believe you have to prove you are providing a school alternative. Okay, that makes sense. Like homeschooling. Because I was going to say, I didn't know the exact rules of it. But I know that you can just kind of pull them out whenever. But I think you have to like prove that you're homeschooling them or you have a proper way of homeschooling them to pull them out. I think. I think you're required to give your kid an education. Yeah, I don't know the exact specifics of it. But when it comes to high school, I mean, I've seen kids just say, I'm done. I've had people that I've known that dropped out at like sophomore year. They just dropped out. Never went to another education. They just dropped out. So I don't know if there's like a certain age where it just doesn't matter anymore. You could just drop out whenever you feel like it. Because, gosh, they sure as hell didn't learn shit. They just dropped out. Like, they're dumb as fuck. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I'm just going to keep it real. They're dumb as fuck. Like, they are genuinely, like, idiots. Like, actual, like... I'm not trying... I'm trying to be mean as mean as physically possible. They are genuinely, like, unintelligent. And just, like, they have no thinking skills. They have no... Like, they are bad. Like, it is bad. How old are you at sophomore? Well, for me, I graduated at 17. So I was 15? I think I was 15 in sophomore year. Started at 14. Started it at 14, I think, and then I was 15 in the middle or around that time. I think I was 15. Most are 15, 16. I graduated early. So most people in the US graduated at 18. I graduated at 17. So I graduated early. Leaving at 16 is fine? Oh, hell no. No, it's not, man. No, it's not, man. I'm telling you right now, the kids who don't finish their education in America, bro, it's rough. Oh, it's rough. Not at 16, man. Not at 16. My manager dropped out of high school and he is fucking stupid. No, I'm being dead serious, man. Like I know like 2 people who dropped out of high school. I used to be like actual friends with one of them. The other one I hated, but he was technically my friend. They are genuinely like retarded. Like I'm not joking. They are genuinely stupid. Like they are some of the dumbest people I've ever met. Now that doesn't, okay, I will keep it this way. That doesn't mean that there aren't kids that dropped out that are like intelligent and smart and whatnot. That doesn't mean that just because you dropped out doesn't make you like stupid, but I would not recommend it. I dropped out, Marcus. Ooh, Johnny, ooh. America should just have UK school system, to be honest. If you're 16, you go college and become a builder. Yeah, no, I know that in the UK, if I'm not mistaken, you guys graduate like high school much earlier than us. You guys start college a lot sooner. From what I remember, you guys finish high school and go to college much sooner than we do in America. Because a lot of people don't start college here until like 18, 19. Whereas in the UK, I think it's like 16 to 17 is when you guys start going to college. You guys graduate a lot sooner. I think you guys have, do you guys have longer school, like, I think school days are longer? My one friend that dropped out is now a flat earther. I think one of the guys that I mentioned, I think actually killed somebody. I think he went to jail. I think. I could be wrong. That might be false information. That could be false information. I'm pretty sure he killed somebody. The other one is just, I'm not going to go into that much of a deep detail. I think he killed somebody. I'm pretty sure. He's in jail for something. He went to jail for something. I know that. I know one of them went to jail for something. I can't remember what he went to jail for, but I know that he like knocked a girl up and then like went to jail for something, I think. I can't fucking remember. UK trades people make way less than Americans, I think. Still better than nothing. Chat full of dropout. But no, yeah, I mean, my dropout friend locked up for dealing. I mean, most people who drop out, like either there's people, the way it works here is there's either people who drop out because they genuinely are like smart, or it's not drop out, I guess. I wouldn't really call it drop out because they just graduate early. Like, or you drop out because you like are homeschooled, like they just actually have homeschooling, like their parents do it. But I'm going to be honest, I do not recommend homeschooling. Call me crazy. Maybe you disagree with this take, but I think homeschooling is a bad idea. I think you're taking your kid away from being able to be like social and communicate with like other kids and being able to like actually have a social life, and keeping them from having that is kind of like, in my opinion, I don't agree with it. I don't think it's a good idea. Plus, a lot of homeschooling is like the parents' way, and that could be bad. I feel like that could be bad. Like maybe parents teach them a certain way and they're not actually getting proper like education. College is just 11 and 12 grade in UK, I think. What we call college, they call university. Okay. Homeschooling here is reserved for the disabled. That would actually make a lot more sense. I have a full-time job and live a decent life. I mean, you don't have to go to, like, I will say here, you don't have to go to college. I don't think you need to go to college to have a good life. You don't need to finish college or go to college to have a nice paying job and to, like, live a good life. But I do think you should at least finish high school. I don't really see the issue with finishing high school here. Dropping out is not something I recommend because most places you should have a diploma. Like you should at least have a high school diploma. There was this girl I met growing up who was at a violin competition. She was 14 in university at Vanderbilt for violin performance. Yeah, there's some people that just finish school fast. I kind of wish I locked in high school. I never really locked in. I think I've said this. I never had like the best grades, but I wasn't like fucking, it wasn't because I was just dumb. It's just because I didn't care. Like, I literally was just like, I got a C? Perfect. I didn't, like, strive. You know what I mean? I didn't strive to, like, go above and beyond. I was just like, oh, got the bare minimum. Let's go. So that's all I cared about. I wish I would have locked in a little more. Big Aaron is my go. He's super busy and still makes killer lasagna. That is so true. That is so true, dude. Big Aaron makes the best lasagna. Anyways, this girl is basically disabled and raped. Jesus Christ. I'm not sharing this as an excuse or a way to remove myself of accountability, but I think it adds context as to why I feel I am more vulnerable to for being taken advantage of. I guess I will give that, because I do think the messages look pretty rough, especially if the guy knew she was 17. Like, the messages do look kind of weird. So I will give her the benefit of saying, like, yes, you dropped out of high school at 15, plus you struggle with all these, like, disorders. It does make you probably a tad bit more of a vulnerable person, especially at the age of 17. But I mean, the one problem I have is that nothing sexual ever came of it. Like, if these are weird messages, but it doesn't seem like at any point Sykkuno pushed for, like, anything sexual with you. He made, like, weird jokes and that's it. And then eventually, when later down the line, like, years later, he randomly contacted you, probably sexually or something. I struggled to understand people, and I was bullied badly before I dropped out of school. I've never had a boyfriend, been in a proper long-term relationship, or slept with anyone. I have little to no real-world experience. Jesus, dude. I just feel bad at this point, man. I trusted Sykkuno despite deep trauma that I'm not going to air out. I feel disgusted looking in the mirror sometimes, knowing what I sent to him and that I was just another goal. Okay, this is where I kind of draw the line. Because, again, you're an adult. Like, at this time, according to... Because 2020, she was 17, and then he hit her up. She said he started hitting her up during the peak era, which is 2024. Peak was popular in, like, 2024, which is... How old is she then? 4 years later, she's, like, 21 years old. Possibly even 22. But it was 20. It was 21. So you're like a grown-ass adult, man. Like, you're legally able to buy, like, alcohol and shit and drink. I think trying to use, like, the whole, I don't have real-world experience, I trusted him even though I have deep trauma, blah, blah, blah. I think that's... Now we're starting to get into the territory of, like, okay, man, come on. How the relationship became more than friendship. We mostly interacted in group settings, but once it was just the two of us, after a third person left, during that conversation, his interest seemed to shift when he learned I have never had sex. Froyo closes. Wait, dead ass? Man, we might have to continue this later. I don't want to miss my Froyo, dude. I don't want to miss my Froyo. Hold up. I can't, I don't know what it's called. 1 hour? Ooh. Wife tapping her wrist. She's literally pulling up she's doing the fucking, like, what is it? The rabbit pointing at the clock. She's literally pointing at the clock right now. She's like, Froyo. Hey, what about this? I thought you said we were going to do this. Hey, lock in. Give me just 1 second. Let me just 1 second. Let me look at these sexting messages. Messages first. It was during these calls that he started making romantic advances. I mentioned I was up late due to medication side effects, and when I said I was on the pill, he seemed surprised and assumed I was sexually active. I clarified that I wasn't. I can be very blunt at times. He's a huge successful streamer with lots of connections, status, wealth, etc. I don't think I'm special, and I have very low self-esteem, so a few times I asked him why me, as in why he would choose me when he could have anyone he wanted. His response was, I trust you. I believe this began, again, I had no reason not to, and it logically made sense. I had a positive track record with him. Also, given the nature of his substantial female audience, he would had to brap there. Also, given the nature of his substantial female audience, he would want something under the radar, and he trusted me to be discreet. When the conversation started to become much more romantic, I directly asked if he was involved with other girls and made it clear I wanted to know up front. He denied it, and that reassured me at the time. Had I known he was seeing multiple girls and invited them to conversations, I wouldn't have gotten involved. I only engaged with him because on what I know, see, I don't know why they mentioned this, had I known that he's seen multiple girls, I wouldn't have done anything. It's like, okay, yes, I understand that. He's a cheater. That's what they do. They don't fucking mention that they're with somebody. Like, I don't understand why they mentioned this, but okay. I only engaged with him based on what I now believe were false pretenses. I thought he really liked me and that this would eventually lead to a relationship. The call ended with what sounded to me like jerking off and... Oh my goodness, wait, hold on. The call ended with what sounded to me like jerking off and heavy breathing after sending him a picture of me. He was the initiator in everything sexual, romantic, and flirtatious. I simply followed his lead. The screenshots below are of him asking for his prize to be from behind. The prize in question being an explicit photo of me. We would play Mancala with each other. I won most of the time. Why take birth control if you aren't having sex? It depends on your hormones. Like, some women are... Birth control can help with, like, certain things. Like, sometimes women have, like, extreme hormones and it's causing, like, bad effects when it comes to, like, periods and stuff, like your cycle and stuff. And things like birth control can help with that. Like, it can maybe help it not be as bad. Go on, have another one, why don't you? So about my prize. What prize you haven't won yet? I'm drawing this out. I'm holding you hostage. I want my present from behind next time. Okay. What can you actually draw it? What? Can you actually draw it out? Lol. Wait, this is actually going to take like 20 turns. My final revenge. Okay, is what I would say if you had won. Unfortunately, I'm a sore loser, and now I'm going to be stubborn and not move my pebble. I guess it's a tie. What? Lol, no way. No. How about a fair game of archery? Besides, I'm still waiting for my prize. Only fair to make you wait. Okay, fine. You're on. I don't know. I'm not really reading anything crazy. It just seems like two people, like, being sexually... My goat wants it from behind. The screenshots below is after I sent him an explicit photo. We had agreed on a trade, but he never held up his end of the... Ooh, he never held up his end of the deal. That's kind of weird. He did the whole, I'm so nervous, I've never done anything like this before, OMG. This is interesting. This is bad. I think that's bad. Never done this before, OMG routine. I didn't ask him to send anything explicit, but seeing as he bragged about his dick size to me, I wanted a suggestive photo. I guess it was also a show of trust. He would always put off sending anything back to make excuses. Ooh, okay, well, now hold on. That's bad. I actually agree. That's pretty rough. So he would agree to... Now, this is bad. He would agree to sending explicit photos. When he received one, he would say, I can't do it. And then he would just receive... That's... Now here we go. Now we actually got something. Let me zoom in on this. It's not the best, but I started working out to try to make it nicer for you. And I know we said we'd trade, but I wanted you to have this before I leave. Oh, what the heck? You were so sweet. Thank you. And when is your trip? I will do it. OMG, I'm sorry. To be honest, I've just actually never done anything like that, so I'm nervous and worried I'll do it bad. What is your trip tomorrow? OMG, I was the 7th, right? If he shows print, all is forgiven. No IRS, totally okay. No, it's totally okay. I understand. I'm so nervous every time I do stuff. You can keep all your clothes on, so it shouldn't be too bad, surely. Yeah, I leave tomorrow. Also, good morning. You woke me up. I did? What? Well, good morning. Yeah, I forgot to silence. Hopefully you're less nervous if you know I like when I see you. Oh, OMG, sorry. No. It's really nice being woken up by you. My brain is half asleep. Still, I cannot, for the life of me, understand what you're saying here. You said you were nervous when you do stuff. I was trying to make you more comfy, lol. But you should go back to sleep. I probably will soon. Oh, right. I see. Okay, I will. Thanks again for playing. It was really fun. Hopefully, we hang out before I go. I don't know how to feel about it because she's not really like, she doesn't really care that he's not sending anything. Like he said, I will do it. I've just never done it before. And then she just goes, no, it's okay. It's totally okay. I understand. I'm so nervous every time I do stuff. You can keep all your clothes on, so it shouldn't be too bad, surely. I don't know. It doesn't... I was kind of anticipating like a, wait, why won't you send anything? And then he just like makes up a weird excuse. But he... I mean, this is obviously an excuse, but she doesn't seem like too bothered by it or peeved by it. The screenshot below was from our last text conversation in March. He was still flirting with me despite having already moved on to another girl. Oh. Yikes. I just had a fucking voice crack. Ugh. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that, all right? Let's not talk about that. Bad sportsmanship, big cheating, unfair strategy, big win, big. Lol, grr. Underhanded tactics were used there for you win is null and void. Oh, I'll be underhanding, all right. I'd like to see you try. Request to meet in person, Paris, Europe, TwitchCon. He had asked me multiple times if I wanted to hang out at TwitchCon or Paris prior to us. Oh, wait. I don't know, man. I was about to give her that kind of benefit here with the whole like, oh, that looks bad. But this is like a one incident of him just being like, oh, I'm too shy to send pictures. And she doesn't seem even like bothered by it, which were you really like, was it really a, I don't even see the message beforehand that says that they'll send like explicit messages. Marcus, it's so important. It's really important. It's really important. Well, okay. This will be where it ends. We'll pick up over here because this actually does intrigue me. I'm very interested. Well, we'll listen to what We'll listen to what this guy has to say.
Okay, hello.
Yeah, we'll listen to what you have to say.
Okay. So this is about Soul Skibbity. Do you remember the fabled chair incident?
No, I don't know anything about a chair incident.
So Soul Skibbity bought a really ugly chair for $300 and something in American. And then here I'll send an emoji I have of the chair in Donda, in your general. Can you look at that, please?
Okay.
He bought that for $300 and something.
Why can I barely see ugly chair? Okay, he bought that for how much? 300?
Like 370.
Why
I'm
would
not
he
joking.
do that? Why would he do that?
Because apparently he has so much money, he doesn't care.
Well, if he has so much money, why doesn't he just give it to me?
Do you want the chair? You want the chair, Marcus.
Me? No, I want his money.
Yes, you. Oh,
no.
Do you think the chair is a smart financial decision that she should have bought it because he had so much money in the first place?
I mean, if he like feels comfortable, then I guess, yeah.
Oh no, the chair is uncomfortable. He said that.
It wasn't comfortable?
Mm-hmm. He also got it in the wrong color and didn't drive back to the IKEA.
Okay, so he paid $300 something for a chair that he doesn't like, and he didn't think to bring it back and get like a refund or something?
Nope.
Dude, what a little bitch.
Wow, Marcus. It's almost like the chair was a stupid decision, no matter how much money he has, right?
I think this guy... Maybe this guy should not come back. Maybe this guy should not come back. That chair
he also used it without
chair
wheels.
Is disgusting. That's a fucking disgusting chair, dude. What am I looking at?
Dude, you see this? You see this, Marcus?
He spent $300 on this?
Yes.
This guy's got to give up on streaming, man. This guy's got to give up.
He said you would have supported his decision because he has so much
Am
money.
I allowed to
Doesn't
show
matter.
them this chair?
Yeah, yes you are. Yes you are.
This does not look comfortable in the slightest, man. If I saw this at
Your
the price of
stream might
$300,
get
I
taken
would.
down for NSFW now because of this chair.
If I saw this at a store and I was like, oh man, $300,
You want to know why?
I would not even think about buying it.
It's to impress a girl. You know that? That he got rejected
To impress a
from.
girl?
Yes. To impress a date he got rejected from.
Did he think he was gonna, like, what is he trying to, with the chair, like, is he trying to impress her because,
with the cost.
the cost, oh, okay, so he's like, oh, this chair cost me $300, babe.
Yep. That's it.
I think somebody just needs to teach this guy, like, how to, one, be financially smart, and two, talk to women.
Dude, I said he was financially irresponsible. And like he said, he just kept bringing up the fact on how he had so much money.
Yeah, this looks like a
Doesn't
Supreme
need to
chair.
care.
This looks like a chair that Supreme would sell.
True. So Marcus, you don't support the chair.
I don't.
Right? You
I
don't.
think this is a bad decision. I think this
Wow.
is just disgusting behavior.
Can talk to women like. Well, he got a chair out of this, but it was a really uncomfortable chair.
No,
He also got raped by me on the stream where he's addressing
one,
the chair
he wasted
allegations.
$300.
Marcus.
Two, it's uncomfortable, and three, he didn't even get the girl. So, like, all that for what?
Nothing. Oh yeah,
Oh.
he did quit streaming because of this.
Oh my goodness. Maybe that was the good idea. Maybe that was maybe that was right. Maybe that was right, man. I don't know.
It was so bad. Marcus.
That's
it
rough.
Was so bad.
Well,
It was
thank you
so
for bringing
bad.
this to my attention, man.
I don't want anyone to be in the unknown about this.
I think my opinion on Soul Skibbity has definitely changed now that I know about the chair incident.
I know. Thank you for having me on, Marcus.
Of course.
Bye,
of
baby.
course. Bye. All right, Chad. I gotta go get Froyo, so I'm gonna go. My wife is hounding me, man. She is barking at me. Woo, woo, woo. Barking at me. So I'm gonna send you guys over to Rezi. I can't figure out how to rate him. I don't know where his channel thing is. So I'm gonna send you guys to Rezi. Play your clip real quick. Okay, let's see.
Raven, oh my god, bro. You think I'm gonna drive half an hour to fucking
Yes!
IKEA? Bro,
Yes, I do!
You think I'm gonna drive half an hour to IKEA? Yes, if you don't like the chair, go fucking bring it back. Whatever, dude. Mutual raid Raven. Okay, here. Thank you for the link. Or yeah. No. Yeah. Thank you for putting the link in the chat. That way they can get to him that way. Okay. Thank you, Mira. You guys can click on the link if you guys want to go see Raven. Other than that, I'm gonna raid you guys into Rezi. So, bye. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I might do a small stream soon to finish up the Pokemon run, by the way. But bye.